All right, all right. What's going on? Howdy, y'all. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Oh, look at that. We already got an audience. Ain't that amazing? What's good? What's good? What's popping? What's cracking? All right, all right. All right, y'all. Before we get into this, right? Before we get into this, we need to do a quick RIP for something serious, you know. So as you guys know, previously on my channel, right? I had you guys going to YouTube for the memberships. I had you guys going to Patreon. There was a Twitch and an X account. There was a Kick, all types of stuff, man. Listen, we're not doing all that confusion anymore, man. It's RIP to all the confusion, y'all. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? No more confusion, all right? When it comes to this stuff that we're doing, the memberships, that's all on Patreon. Group chats, great content, exclusive videos, consultations, masterclasses, all on Patreon from this point forward, all right, y'all? So keep that in mind, man. We're not doing all this confusion anymore, guys. There's too much confusion. I tried to, put myself out there on a few different platforms. And I see now YouTube, TikTok, maybe sometimes Instagram. That's where we're going to be at. Okay. Look at these fools. They already coming into the comments. We just started. We ain't even talking about Austin right now. They already sold. They horned up on Austin. Oh my God, he can't wait for him to talk. Like, just relax. We're gonna get there. Silly goose. We're gonna get there. Loose but dusty warrior. We're gonna get there, man. I know you worried about your zaddy. We're gonna get there in a second, all right, buddy? Just put a little corkscrew on your butt, in your butthole, and you'll be all right. Okay. So yeah, man, I just want to let y'all know, man, it's RIP to all the confusion, guys. Like, no more confusion going on thus forward, excuse me. We got a new show coming up. That's going to be pretty big. That's going to be pretty big. The new show has to do with, people calling in. It's a lot. We did something similar recently. Well, not recently, but some months back. We're going to try to pick that up again, do that again. So we got some good stuff dropping for y'all. And before even all that, we got to talk about my Geomaxi Masterclass. All right. You guys seen we dropped it recently. Here it goes right here on your screen, right? Or right there on your screen or right there on your screen. We got it all over, right? So the Geomaxi Masterclass, how it works is you go on patreon.com/Traveltriberaw, link in the description. You guys can go ahead and get, basically a breakdown of, everything that you're going to need if you're looking to Geomax. We talk about Geomaxing more than looks maxing because looks maxing hasn't really went according to a lot of these guys' plans. A lot of these guys are ended up in the hospital or offed. You know what I'm saying? Meaning they're no longer here because they wanted to alter their God-given looks, by doing ungodly things. That's why we always preach a godly lifestyle over here. And while a lot of us might not be religious, it's very important to go kind of a similar route to how God has wanted us to go in this life. So, anyways, y'all, shout out to Danny H. He comes in and says, salute, brother. Let's go ahead and get to what's going on, all right? And shout out to, again, my Geomaxi Masterclass. We have some different memberships for you guys, but if you want the Masterclass, you're going to have to join the Elite. We already had a few people get it. I think it's going to be nice too because I offer a tailored, consultation as well inside that Geomaxi Masterclass so that you guys can kind of get, a better understanding that's more tailored for you. It's easy for me to give out basic advice on a masterclass, but it's important that you get this consultation after if you would like, because it helps, to really get the type of lifestyle that you're looking for. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into the video, right? We'll talk about some of this maybe a little bit later. Let's go ahead and get onto the issue of what's at hand, man. We see the title. It shows Auston Holleman fans are harassing me. We see as soon as we start the video, these fools are already harassing me. You see this guy, Beatrice, or woman, Beatrice. Why are you hating on Auston? I've never shown any hate to that guy, Auston. And let me adjust my camera real quick before we even begin, because I want to make sure you guys can see me very clear. I'm currently at a beautiful place right now. It's very amazing where I'm at, y'all. If you guys can only see how big the water is, like a panoramic view around my crib, man. It's it's really nice, y'all. It's really nice. You guys will see it soon enough. Unfortunately, there's a time difference. So during the day when I want to go live, I can't go live because you guys are all most likely sleeping at that time. So it's very, unfortunate sometimes. But anyways, let me find this real quick. Let me find this. Take this off screen. Let's go to my channel real quick, shall we? So I recently did a video on Auston. Let me just go ahead and take Auston down altogether. Pause. Just take him off the screen real quick. Boom. Blam. Traveltriberaw, the rawest and the realest. You already know. And let me see, where is that video at? I just posted it, right? I just posted this video, man. And this will be a call-in show for all the Auston Holleman supporters and cowards. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and call in, and we'll get you situated as usual. We never just leave y'all hanging, do we? We always get y'all situated correct around here, okay? We don't mind the comments and stuff, but you guys, if you're going to troll, you have to call in first. It's okay to troll after you call in, but call in first, then you can get back to the trolling, all right? Okay, so this video right here, right? Let me adjust the camera before I even get into this, okay? You guys can see I love this little hoodie that I bought. But this video right here is the video that we're going to be talking about, man. Because I'm getting harassed through the eye. You feel me? Harassed through the eye. Hold on, y'all. Give me. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. 1 second. I'm just adjusting my camera. Give me 1 second. I'm behind the scenes adjusting. Zoom in. All right, we're gonna have to go like this, unfortunately. Yeah, we're gonna have to do like this, unfortunately. Danny H says, excuse me, y'all. Danny H says, what happened to the A. John Wallace reaction, bro? You know what? I did the reaction, but I noticed his content is in I think he still needs to put in some work. I mean, he has more subscribers than me, but unfortunately the video quality was very poor. The audio was also very poor. I'm actually surprised people even watch his content because I'm like, if your audio and visual is that bad, I give people the benefit of the doubt, but his was pretty bad, man. So I hope he gets that situated, as soon as possible. Yeah, that wasn't looking too good, honestly. Let me make sure I look good on my end, man, because I'm really trying to make sure that this even makes sense. You know what? Oh shoot! You know what I can do? I can probably, I could probably go on that side right there. Let me see something real quick. I could probably go on that side right there. Let me see something real quick. I'm trying to. No, let me do this. All right, y'all. Let's get to it. So, and you guys see, I moved the time I'm doing this live stream. I moved it back. Basically, I moved it forward actually, like an hour forward because, well, back. I moved the time. I switched the time because, guys, man, it's pushing over to 10 p.m. over here, man. So, it's like, you know, if it's Megan Fox, I'm going in. Yeah, 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 yeah. Thank you for the energy, brother. I needed that good laugh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you did see the last reaction. Okay, okay, you did see it. Yeah, it was pretty good, man. I see we getting quite an audience here and stuff, So we're gonna get into it, man. We're gonna get into it. I see politics came in. What's good, politics? He always got a lot to say about Auston. So listen, man, this was going on, right? I'm getting harassed by a lot of Auston Holleman fans. And you know what? I try personally not to do, so many videos of the brother because I'm like, damn, like, he just has some content that's worthy of reaction, just like even No Limit Eddie. He's another passport bro, that's traveling and, you know, he's out here, having his wife, and she's stacked up. She looks very pretty. But the issue is that she recently said that, oh, she has a lot of associates or people that she's around that are in the streets. And I'm looking at No Limit Eddie like, bro, did you just hear what your woman just said to you? Like your woman just said she has associates and people that are in the streets. So, Austin's situation, right? Austin has a decent chick, right? Because she don't be talking like that. No Limit Eddie wife, I guess this is wife too, which is really crazy. And No Limit Eddie just kind of let that slide where she said her associates are in the streets. But who cares? Maybe that's what No Limit Eddie, he can do what he want to do. I always say that about these brothers too. Pastor Bros, I always say to these brothers, man, listen, if you want a woman that's out here in the streets like that, no problem. So be it. Y'all dig what I'm saying? But my issue is that, I'm reacting to these passport bros so you guys can understand what exactly you should be looking for when it comes to finding a wife and things that you don't want to be looking for when finding a wife. When we react to Austin, I don't really care about what Austin does. But the way I look at it is like, you know what? Having your woman on camera is not too good, and also her speaking on camera is even worse because the things that his woman has said so far, the things that Z has said publicly about how she was at some club, they called it a karaoke lounge, but we looked up the club, it was called Midnight Club. It was literally a nightclub. You know what I'm saying? Like this one of the ones where they be doing blow and all types of like little crazy drugs and stuff. So I'm like, wow, this where you met your woman at? That's kind of wild. And somebody in the comments had also said, somebody in the live chat had also said that, oh, okay. So we have some, great. So we have some people that are even, look at them. They so mad. Oh my goodness. Look at these comments, y'all. Okay. Doan 8 says, holy F. You're obsessed with this kid. Interesting. Listen, like I said, and listen, if your next message, God damn, I'm kind of tired, y'all. Excuse me for this. Guys, I said it's pushing 10. I'm a little cooked right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a little cooked. It's pushing 10, and I wanted to get this live stream out for y'all, but I'm a little, I hate to say tired. Okay? Because real ballers never sleep, right? You know what I'm saying? Let me put the call-in link for you though. Let me put the call-in link. Z Grim, no, Doan 8. You cannot troll anymore. If you leave one more comment and you don't call in, we getting you up out of here and you will be banned. Okay. You're gonna be on, excuse me, not banned, but you're gonna be on timeout. All right, Doan, we getting rid of you. So sad and cowardly. Can't even call in. All right. We putting you on timeout. I love putting you on timeout, man. It made me feel like a school teacher. You know what I'm saying? It do feel good, like to kind of just, put them damn kids on timeout sometimes, don't it? Like, if you're a school teacher, I can just imagine being a school teacher and this person just la 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 doing all this stuff, yeah. And then you say, hey, go sit in the corner. And they, oh man, you know what I'm saying? Didn't it feel good when, like, I don't know if y'all used to watch Dora the Explorer, if y'all ever had like any kids that y'all was around and y'all had to watch Dora the Explorer with them kids. Didn't it feel good like helping the kid talk to the TV with swiper, no swiping, swiper, no swiping, and swiper be like, oh man, and then he go walk away and he put himself in a corner or some shit. That it's a good feeling, man. I don't know what it is about that. But anyways. Okay. Let's get back to what really matters, right? Let's get back to what really matters. Oh yeah. Here goes somebody else. Z Grimful. Listen, you have 2 more messages before we gonna ban you. We usually give the trolls like 3 messages before calling in. Like I said, if you guys call in, then we can get straight to it. We can get straight to the action and shit. You know what I'm saying? But if y'all don't call in, I can't work with you. You know what I'm saying? If you don't call in, then I can't have you in the chat. There's just no point. You're just disrupting shit. And it's just not. It's not gonna work. But anyways, as you guys can see, I'm being harassed by a lot of Austin Holleman's supporters, right? And this was going on, right? So let's start from the jump, right? Okay. So y'all know me and Austin Holleman, we cool, right? We cool, et cetera, et cetera. I seen the brother, he put his woman on social media. I said, okay, this might be good for a lot of brothers to understand, if this relationship, how this relationship's going, et cetera, right? Matter of fact, it might even be better if I show you guys. Let me show you guys through on my channel. Let me show y'all on the channel real quick. Let's go all the way back to when I first started really like doing these little videos on the brother Austin. Okay, let me go all the way back. Let me go all the way back. All right. So as y'all can see, how me and Austin started, right? We did some videos together. We was in a country together. We was cool. You know what I'm saying? Things was going good, right? Then after a while, me and Austin Holleman, we kind of stopped talking and stuff. I said, damn, I hit up the brother, but he wouldn't hit me back. I'm like, damn, what's going on? Thought we was cool. Showed you around, tried to put you on to some really useful information, like some, orphanages you can donate to. Cause I knew he was big on the camera stuff. And me personally, I was donating orphanages on camera at some point too. But then I stopped doing it because I started feeling away. But I knew for Austin, I said, this could look good for your channel. Even when I had some ladies one time, I said, oh, okay, these ladies, they were with me for my podcast. And I said, okay, Austin, hey, let me go ahead and get you these ladies and stuff. So I was always looking out for the brother, even on his birthday, you know what I'm saying? I was always kind of looking out for the brother, it's happy birthday, bro. Hey, if you ever need nothing, you know what I'm saying? Come in, come. Not nothing. If you ever need anything, not if you never need nothing, that's kind of crazy, right? But I told him, if you ever need anything, bro, just hit me, bro. We brothers, and I really try to get Austin Holleman locked into this brotherhood that I had going on, right? And I still have it going on, but I was trying to get him locked into the brotherhood because I believe as traveling melanated men, I believe we need each other, man, especially foundational Black Americans. We really need that tribe when we move it around to these different countries and stuff. So I try to get him locked into that, like, hey, bro, join the group chat, you know what I'm saying? Free of charge, of course, just so you can have that brotherhood backing behind you. I try to get them to understand how important it is to, do things for others. You guys can even see the first video that I did that pertains to Austin. Let me see right here. This one right here, where passport bros go wrong. This video right here was a video, and I had a lot of other videos on this channel too, but this is the one that I kept up though, right? And I kept this one up because this one was so important. Austin Holleman, when he was first traveling, all he did was talk about women. I said, you know what, brother? I think it's important, that, you guys also as melanated men, you guys also bring your people to Africa, etc. Tell them that Africa is a good place too, not even just for women, but even certain business opportunities, depending on how much money you have, it could be really good for that. It's also good because it's a wholesome environment. Africa is a very peaceful continent for the most part, right? So I encouraged the brother to come out, all types of stuff. We was cool, man. I'm telling you, me and the brother was cool. Now, let's go ahead and fast forward, right? Let's fast forward and see what else is going on, right? Let's see what else is happening. So now you guys see, right? Let me see where it go. So right here, this video right here, it was always been respect, right? Every single video I did of Austin Holleman is always respectful. Oh man, where the brutal life lessons of traveling, because Austin Holleman had got robbed. I said, let's use this as an example, a teachable moment. Because as we're men that are traveling, it's important that we learn from others' mistakes so we don't have to go through them. A lot of times I've learned from people's mistakes and I'm grateful, that I've learned from their mistakes. Some people tell me like, Raw, do you, maybe you hate women. That's why you're so hard on them. That's why you're so serious and all this. I don't hate women and I'm not going that hard on them. I'm just being real and raw with them. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen what's out there. I've seen by examples. I'm so grateful that I've been in this world learning from others and I haven't had to go through this stuff myself. I've never been through a heartbreak. I've never been cheated on. I've never had any type of woman that has any woman that I've really cared for, really done me bad. I've been very selective with the women that I've chose to really be a part of my life, which is why these women, when I talk to them, they're okay with me being polygamous. You guys see my polygamous journeys. You guys know what it is. So that's what's going on with that, right? So all these videos of Austin has always been a teachable moment because I know a lot of you guys know him and some people consider him passport bro extraordinaire, all this stuff like that. I said, okay, this is great. Now, then this was a little fun video. Did Austin follow me to South Africa? You know what I'm saying? Just a little fun videos, never no disrespect, nothing like that. Now, right here, right? This is when I start doing some videos on like, okay, let's see what we can learn from Austin Holleman's relationships, right? Because Austin Holleman, he's having relationship problems. At this point in time, I'm realizing, I'm like, you know what? Austin is not really responding to my messages. I don't even think we really homeboys like that as I thought originally we was because bro would hit me up, I would hit him up. we was cool at some point. But at some point, I started saying, I said, damn, the brother's not hitting me back. I don't want to be a burden. He'll message back and say, oh, yeah, bro, that sounds cool. And then flake or bail. And I'm like, damn, that's kind of womanly. You know what I'm saying? Because you told me that you was going to pull up here, but you never pulled up. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of wild. So that's that, right? So I started doing some videos. I said, okay, cool. Let me go ahead and react to some of these things. Let's get some content, right? Because I am a content creator. Let's go ahead and make some content. So I go ahead and I start seeing that, okay, he's in a relationship. People hitting me up all the time about Auston. And by the way, for years, y'all have told me crazy things about Auston. Even now, we ain't even going to talk about the craziest stuff y'all told me about Auston because, I don't believe some of these rumors is true. I don't even want to get into that stuff like that. If it is, me and him not homies no more. So let him go ahead and handle that on his own. I don't even want to think of, I don't even want to be in that. We just talking about the most basic shit, which is like relationships and things we can learn about just how he's moving about when he's traveling, right? So I said, okay, boom. People hitting me up like, oh, he has a wife now. He has a girlfriend. Oh, really? Go ahead and check it out. I said, damn, we can learn a lot from his relationship dynamic because putting your woman on camera like this, that's not too good. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing. You don't put your woman on camera. If you're supposed to protect your woman, mind, body, soul, and spirit, you're not supposed to put her inside of a vessel where people's souls and spirits are bad. A lot of people go onto the phone to hate, to cause mischievous behaviors inside of women. They push all these things into the woman's mind. You can do better than him, girl. All that stuff. You don't want your woman exposed to that. You wouldn't want your woman on a dating app. So why would you want her exposed to all these men online? It's just not healthy. Nothing healthy has came out of putting your woman on camera. And take it from me, I've learned from it. I was trying to do my polygamous journey on camera. Hence why all my polygamous journeys, the ones that you guys seen on camera, didn't go well. Which is why I don't put them on camera no more because I said, you know what? This isn't going to work out for me. Every time I put it on camera, things start falling off. It's always, and I could talk to a woman for like a year, y'all. But as soon as I put them on camera, pew, the relationship starts to fizzle out. And I realized, I said, you know what? I already knew this before putting these ladies on camera, but I still did it because I wanted to show people ethical and healthy polygamy. Or a healthy and ethical polygamous journey. Yet, still didn't work out. And I said, you know what? It never seems to work out. And I already knew this, but I still did it just for content so you guys can learn from it. But regardless, it bit me in my mother effing back, right? So I'm thinking to myself, I said, damn, Auston's somebody that shouldn't. Here goes a polygamous journey, y'all. And you guys know I've done this a couple times. And my thing is this, right? You guys see, where's my other polygamous journeys? Hold on. Where the rest at? Damn, I can't. Where the rest of my polygamous journeys at, y'all? Oh, shit. What? My bad. Damn. Okay, I can't find it. I don't know where the rest of my polygamous journeys is at, y'all. They should be in here somewhere. I don't know. They really all on Patreon for real. If you guys want to see anything, go to patreon.com/Traveltriberaw, link in the description. But anyways, so back to it, right? So we go ahead and we start reacting to Auston Holleman's content, right? Auston Holleman having relationship problems, ? Because I was really trying to look into this. People kept hitting me up, Auston's having problems, Auston has problems. I said, really? Let's go ahead and see what we can analyze. And I still kept it respectful. I still kept it very, very respectful. I didn't go too deep on the stuff. We made a few jokes here and there, but we still kept it very respectful. A lot of you guys remember from the jump. Then Auston Holleman, he told me he was going to he asked me at first. He said he wanted to speak with me, right? He left me an audio thing. You guys can look back inside the videos and you guys can see what he left me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't put the full thing there because it's like a private conversation. I don't really share things that people send me personally unless it has to be shared or something like that. But he sent me a personal message saying that I thought he was coming to me as a friend, like how we used to be cool, like brothers. I thought he was coming to me on that type of time, like, hey, bro, because that's how he was talking in the audio message. Hey, bro, I want to talk to you about some stuff that you had to say about my wife. So, I just want to go ahead and speak to you on this stuff and blah, blah, blah. And he said some more things. And I said, okay, you know what? I said, let's go ahead and talk about it. And I said, me personally, I don't really care too much about you guys' relationship like that. I only do this for like a teachable moment, but we can talk about it. That's no problem. But are you down to put it online? And maybe you can talk about it in the public, so other guys can learn. You know what I'm saying? That's been my whole goal, is for you guys to learn from the mistakes of others, even me. You know what I'm saying? But especially since you got a lot of you guys know Austin, said, let's go ahead and put it on the forefront so you guys can learn from the brother. So uh he never responds back to that message, right? Then I go ahead and I'm like, okay, I said, maybe he's just gonna call in, right? Because there was some more audio message. I don't want to get too much inside of what he sent me, right? But I think to myself, I said, okay, let me go ahead and start the live stream. Okay, he's going to call in because we've already had our conversation. He's going to call in. He doesn't call in. I'm like, what the hell? That's kind of weird because from this point on, I haven't said nothing crazy about his relationship. Even to right now, I haven't said nothing crazy about his relationship either. My whole thing is like, we got to learn from this stuff because if you meeting your woman inside, you met your woman in a club. Out of all places on this planet Earth where I'm gonna want to meet my wife, it's not gonna be a mother effing club, Austin. That's the first thing. Secondly, is that you putting your woman on camera. You only knew this woman, as you say, for about 7 months, at least a month ago when we started first reacting to his content seriously, right? A month ago, that you said it was 7 months, so now it's probably been like 8 months. You, after 8 months, feel comfortable enough putting your woman on camera, taking her around to all these different countries. That's cool. I'm happy that you guys formed that bond so fast, but also it's a bit odd. It's a bit odd. And it's moving pretty quick because it's like, damn, putting a woman on camera, you're supposed to be able to really trust this chick before you put her on camera. And maybe you trust easily, and I'm happy you can do that for your life. But me personally, the type of man I am, I don't be falling for these chicks that fast. You know what I'm saying? So maybe it might work for like maybe less than 1% of men. But I'm trying to analyze the fact that what I know about these relationships, that it don't usually work for men when they do this type of stuff, right? And hit the super chat, y'all, if y'all want me to get to you guys comments right now. I see, damn, we got a shit ton of messages. Hit the super chat if y'all really want, want me to read your message, whatever. So look, so then the next thing is this, right? So Austin, then he hits me up again, right? He hits me up again. This is him DM me. And I'm thinking again, like I said, okay, maybe he coming to me as a homie, like how we was before. And he's like, hey, bro, let's go ahead and do that video call. Let's do that video call. Let's set it up and all this stuff like that. I said, cool, because, and I said, I think it's good you're doing this because a lot of people can learn, from your relationship situation. You know what I'm saying? We not trying to hate on you, but we trying to figure some things out. Some people saying that even when people said that Austin Holleman's new girlfriend looks like his mom, and I ain't trying to be rude, but she do kind of got like a favoritism to his mom. She do have the likeness of Austin Holleman's mother. That's just a fact. So I thought it might be good to ask him these questions on live because while I wouldn't get a woman that looks like my mom, because I don't want to be seeing my mom inside of this woman that I'm dating and doing things with, I understand that other men, they might not even process it like that. So I said, man, this could be good to talk about. Also, Austin Holleman, his girlfriend, she's part German. And I wanted to ask him on live too. Well, Austin, that's interesting. You're in Africa. You say that you really like the women over here. Why did you go ahead and get with the German woman over all of the African women that you have here inside of the continent of Africa? You've been all over this continent, right? Just like me. You guys know I've been to damn near half of the countries in this beautiful continent. And I'm telling you, there's some amazing African women here. But I'm curious, out of all the ladies, because light skins is the minority inside of Africa. So I'm curious, out of all the ladies, how did you find yourself with a light skin that's a mixed joint, not a light skin, but a mixed joint in Africa? That's what I wanted to ask him on cam too, because I wanted to see maybe he can explain. No, the mixed women, they're more feminine. They have something in them. Their white parents raised them right. Even in America, we notice certain things with mixed women, and certain things with foundational Black American women. There's certain differences there, right? So I was thinking maybe he can explain that on camera. Let's have the conversation. But the brother ghosted me again. And that's when I started being like, you know what? We're going to keep reacting to his content, but I'm not going to go ahead and not let people call in and say their piece about him. If you guys got anything to say about Austin, call in, let it be known. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be defending a brother no more. He's not my brother like that. You know what I'm saying? He's a brother from another mother because we both foundational Black American. But besides that, that's where the line cuts. You know what I'm saying? That's where the rope ends. It's like there's no family, there's no brother with this guy. Like, and I even said that it's unmanly too, because I'm like, how in the world can you be hitting me up and scheduling times to do these calls, yet then you ghost? That's so womanly and effeminate. So then I started thinking to myself too, I'm like, damn, maybe some of the stuff people been telling me about Austin might even be true. Maybe he changed over these years and I wish for him the best, but the dude is acting different. You know what I'm saying? The dude's acting different. So that's why I be talking about him the way I do. Now we fast forward to this, right? We got all these people hitting me up, telling me some shit about Auston that I can just care less about. Oh my God, you hate Auston, and why do you hate him? All this stuff. And we about to react to it right now. We're gonna read y'all comments first, then we're gonna react to it. But yeah, all these people hit me up like, oh my God, you hate Auston so much. Why do you hate him? Why are you so mean to him? Like you hate his woman too. Like you hate him. You hate. I'm like, bruh, this isn't about hate. This is a teachable moment. This is a teachable moment. It's effeminate to schedule something with the man and you say that, hey man, I'm gonna be there at this time, and you're not there. You know what I'm saying? That's effeminate behavior. You know, some people are saying that they paid $2,000 for his consultations, if that's true, right? But whatever, if maybe it's possible, right? But if you're paying $2,000, I want to know that I'm doing business with somebody that's going to actually be there on time. You know, what type of man is this that like, oh, let's schedule, bro. Let's go ahead and do this conversation at this time and then just cancels? Like, that's weird. And you don't even hit me up. And then the even weirder part was when I'm seeing on bro's Instagram stories, I'm like, damn, it's almost like he throwing shots or some shit. Like, you know, just little random shit. And then people hit me up saying, no, he meant that one about you. Like, you know, ghosting dudes is funny. Like, I'm like, what the? You know, that's super womanly. Like, that's super womanly. So it's just a series of weird shit. And I've still been keeping it respectful with his wife, right? But at the same time, I just got to keep it raw and real because that's what we do on this channel. So it's fun reacting to this to his content, you know, because it's a teachable moment. But it is annoying with some of these Auston Holleman supporters. Some of these dudes are very, very odd, weird dudes. You know what I'm saying? Very, very weird, weird creatures. You know. So let's go ahead and read some of you guys' comments real quick. Boy, oh boy, it's a lot of comments, so we're gonna have to skip through a lot of these. Sane African says LMAO. Grimsy Fool says, you think he telling them he's doing the BS? Doan9 says, oh yeah, we about to get rid of you, Doan9, because you never called in too. What a coward. And that's another thing too. Auston Holleman, he has a lot of fans and supporters that be on some like, you know, uh just trolling shit. Auston Holleman supporters, they be trolling and you know, they're really like weird sometimes too. Like I ain't gonna lie, like the dudes like fan base or whatever you call it, they're a bunch of weirdos. I ain't gonna lie, some weird shit going on. You know, some real weird shit going on there. Like, you know, some people have told me like, how are you guys constantly looking at a man with his shirt off? Like, why is every video he got his shirt off and y'all keep watching him and you know, y'all be commenting on like, oh my gosh, can you take your shirt off in the video? Like it's kind of weird, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, it's like zaddy worshiping, you know. All right, let's go ahead and you know, here he goes. This guy's a fool. Let me go ahead and put you on timeout real quick because you're not listening at all. I said, call in, fool. You don't understand how this shit goes? Z Grenfell says you're a clout demon. Huh. Okay. I'm a clout demon. I'm trying to help brothers and I'm a clout demon. Interesting. You talking to a literal demon slayer and I'm a clout. Okay. Sane African says they tearing your ass up in these comments. They're trying to. They really can't. We can't respect people that are just chatting. Remember, Twitter fingers turn to whatever Meek Mill said. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we can't respect people that just type and text. The least you can do is call in as a man and rep your piece, rep your set, whatever you need to say to me. You can say it over the phone. You know, it's already cowardly enough. You wouldn't say it to my face, but we let you get the option of saying it on the phone and you can't even call in. I don't even have y'all call in and show y'all face. So that's the really horrifying part is that y'all can't even show y'all face and do it. Danny H says you need some mods, G. No, definitely. I was just thinking about that the other day for real. Let me figure out how to put some moderations on here too. You know, because like I said, I really don't mind them. I don't want even, and when we do have mods, I don't want them to be kicked out. I want them to be able to speak their piece, but they only get 3 messages. After 3 messages and they keep talking that ish, we got to send them home. We got to, because it's getting too crazy, man. I'm telling you, they keep harassing me. They in my DMs. Somebody emailed me too. I was like, what the hell? Leave Auston Holleman alone. You're so mean to him and you're just hating on his relationship. I'm like, what the? Do you guys not see the greater problem here? The dude is putting his woman on camera, which is not healthy because that never works out. Secondly, he met his woman inside of a club, which is also not good. You know, we just calling out the truth. I don't know why so many people don't like the truth, but I do know why a lot of people don't want the truth. The truth is hard to accept. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate, you know. So, anyways, let me see. Politics says they paid $2,000 because they're having. No, that's crazy. Yo, politics, you have to chill. You have to chill out. You politics, you might actually have a problem. Oh my god, politics, that's some crazy shit. That was a crazy comment, yo. That was a crazy comment. You gotta chill the f out, bro. You gotta chill the f out. That's some crazy shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's probably the craziest comment we had all night. That's some crazy shit. That's some that's some crazy shit. But you know what? I won't say they Auston, but I'm saying they definitely getting off to his content somehow. I almost threw up, excuse me. But yeah, they definitely getting off to his content. You know, like I said, a lot of his fan base, they like some weirdos. You know, it's very, very weird behavior. And let me put the call in link again. By the way, I believe when you time somebody out, they're not gone. They can still watch the video. They just can't comment anymore. So they can still click this link. If y'all want to be put back into the comments, go ahead and click the link. You know what I'm saying? It is the truth. Auston almost slipped and admitted one time. Auston ain't say that shit. Y'all be lying. See, that's how y'all know I'm still a good dude, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I could just go ahead and say crazy shit about Auston too, but I be needing proof. You feel what I'm saying? I be needing proof. Show that sea view, bro. It's dark right now, you know what I'm saying? But it's a panoramic sea view. It's really, really nice. You know, if y'all awake during the day, my daytime is you guys' nighttime. Right now, it's like probably like 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m. where you guys are at. You know, politics. This dude Auston did not smash none of his subscribers. What's up with you, bro? Why you keep saying this shit, man? That's some crazy shit, bro. You gotta relax, man. He didn't smash his subscribers, bro. I don't believe that, man. Give me some real proof and evidence. You know, we don't mind getting to that, man. We can get to that, but we need proof and evidence. And I don't think bro's like that. I don't think, bro would do some stuff like that, to be honest. But we definitely know his fan base is getting off to his videos. There could be for sure some truth. When y'all say Austin be having his shirt off in a lot of these videos, and the dudes be like liking the video more and be sending hearts and stuff, yeah, that might be, yeah, because they have some type of parasocial relationship with him. They feel like they are him or something like that. So it's like, Austin's nips is my nips, no homo. I'm just, that's how they be feeling. Like you could tell, like, man, he just took his shirt off. Oh my God, all hail the mighty nips. Austin, can you turn around, please? I sent a super chat. Austin, hey, Austin, I know you're sitting down on your couch right now, but I think I just saw a spider behind you. It's in your kitchen. Can you maybe get up and walk to your kitchen for me with your shirt off, please? Because I don't want the spider to get on your shirt. That's how his subscriber base is, y'all. That's how his fan base is, man. I'm telling you, it's some really weird people, man. Some really weird people. Politics says he is not his wife. He paid her. Y'all got to chill, man. Y'all got to chill on this shit, bro. This is crazy. I'm not going to react to this shit no more, man. But anyway, so let's go ahead and just see the crazy shit. And by the way, somebody hit me up the other day and was like, hey, bro, I really think you have to make a. You dropped my goddamn comb, boy. Oh my God, man. He is getting money from that. Yo. You're funny as shit, boy. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Some of these comments are funny as hell, boy. Oh shit, where was I at? Damn it. Where was I at? Damn. I'm cooked. Okay. This is where I was at right here. Boom. So, all right, check this out, right? Check this out. I'm gonna show y'all something, right? Hold on. Y'all see all these comments? Hold on. We're gonna show y'all right now. So I did a video recently, right? To this one, Austin Holleman wife exposed as a nightclub worker. Crazy, because it really is crazy. We gonna go ahead and react to this real quick. Then we gonna read these crazy ad comments. All right, check this out.
Of me, and what almost made you not pursue me?
Whenever I first seen her, we were at Mint, which is a karaoke pool.
Notice the hesitation on that. How hard is it to remember that where you met your woman that you call your wife now? How hard is it for you to remember that? We met at a place called Mint, which is Hey. Yeah. We get into the bag. Why you sagging your pants? Because I like to sag. What? She like to call me dad. And when we in the bedroom, she call me daddy dad. I'm like, baby, what you need? Put your hands on your knees. We gonna get to the green. And that's a fact. We rolling papers. Okay, let me stop, man. Let me stop. I don't know what just happened right there. My bad, y'all. I be tripping out sometimes. Y'all know it's past my bedtime, man. I'm supposed to be in bed, sleep. I ain't gonna lie to you. So, okay, look. Check it out, right? So, boom. Look. Thank you. Yes. Politics says good call on that. Yes, exactly, because it's weird. How so see, Austin Holleman, we don't want brothers messing up like the brother, right? I think Austin Holleman does some decent things, right? I gave him his compliments, even in this video right here. I gave him his compliments for that. I said, you know what? There's certain things he said in this video, like Z tried to play him. Austin, I don't even know if you noticed this, but you guys know I'm on next level game with this. I've been, y'all know how I be moving, man. I'm on next level game. This woman says to Austin, what would you do if you ever lost me? And Austin's response was like, I don't know, it just be what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Or if you lost me to another man, I don't know. It was he asked some kind of random question, and Austin answered that good. I give him his credit for that. But this right here, we got to learn, okay, that was a good way that he responded to her question. Because you're never supposed to tell a woman, oh my God, if I ever lost you, I'll break down and cry. Because that's what she was going for. That's what these ladies be going for. Like, oh, if you ever lose me, are you gonna like just off yourself? Like they be wanting to hear that shit, y'all. Like they actually have a mental disorder. A lot of them, they really be, oh my God, he just said it's whatever. Oh gosh. Okay, I gotta be even more feminine now because I need him to need me. Once these men need a woman, that's when a woman says, okay, I'm done. Goodbye. Thank you. You said you need me. Oh yeah, I'm turned off. I'm done. I'm out of here. Bye. Thanks for the ride. You know what I'm saying? It's been fun. Arrivederci, adios, see you later, Like, that's how they feel. So, yeah, so right here, this is where I'm like, this is very odd behavior right here because Austin Holleman's wife, she's exposed as a nightclub worker. Let me show you guys real quick what this Mint Club is real quick. For everybody that ain't seen this club called Mint Club in Namibia, let me show you guys what Mint Club is. It's really crazy, y'all. This is going to blow your mind. Mint Club, Namibia. Let me see real quick. Look at this. This is not no goddamn karaoke place. And I'm wondering why would this brother, I don't know if they really even do karaoke here, but maybe they do. But I'm like, why would this brother just make up some ish like this? You know what I'm saying? This is not, it literally says nightclub. He met his wife at a nightclub, the place that you're not supposed to meet your woman in a nightclub. And I'm thinking to myself, how is this dude teaching brothers like on the best women to get when you're traveling to different countries, yet you get your woman from a nightclub and this the woman you decided to take with you and travel with and put your all into? That's wild, bro. That's wild. And I've been there too. I've been there. You find a woman that works in a club. These women in clubs, they have good game. I ain't gonna lie to you, they have good game. None of us are, untouchable. Even if we the manliest of man, everybody, even Andrew Tate had a situation with them women. And Andrew Tate, a lot of people call him the top G, yet he had an issue with his shorties, and it ended him up in jail. You feel me? So I'm just saying, no man is immune to just all the BS that these chicks can spew out, especially when you're a bachelor and you pulling hella chicks, you gonna get got by at least one. It's normal. It's normal. Real kings know this. Real men know this. So, but when Austin comes over here on the internet and says, okay, check this out, right? I'm taking my woman all around with me and all this shit. I don't think a lot of men should be learning that behavior. So when these dudes hit me on these messages on some, oh my God, why would you talk about our Lord and Savior, Austin Christ? Why would you talk about him and just say that, like, he met his woman in the club? Why would you? Yeah, no, it's the truth. You brothers shouldn't be giving that an excuse and being like, oh, well, he found love in the club. You guys are going to hear these little beta comments. It's the softest shit I've ever heard. It's so disgusting and degenerate. I'm like, wow, I can't believe they're like this. So let's continue. But just listen to how he's stuttering. He knows he's wrong. You know you're wrong. You met your woman in a club and you teaching brothers like on how to get women that are not like American women. Yet you meeting a woman in the same place that all these American joints go. That's not healthy, bro. That's not healthy. I can't be out here as a man teaching men how to geomax. We reacted to somebody that technically is geomaxing and you're not doing it right. You feel me? We can't be like that, whether you passport broing, whether you geomaxing, whatever you doing with your life, we can't just be out here promoting people wifing up club joints. Maybe he got a decent club joint, but after 8 months of knowing her, you don't know that shit enough to take this woman around with you to different countries and shit. That just don't make no damn sense. Have you lost your mother effing mind, Auston? This is some crazy shit, man. You losing it. Ridiculous. Anyways, y'all, let's go ahead but I'm like, does this look like a karaoke place? Look at this. There's drinks in the hand and stuff. This is a whole bar. Can y'all see this? Oh my God, this girl pouring drinks right here. And this is what I was saying. This is one of those clubs that's like, one of those clubs where like, oh my God, pass the blood, dude. Yeah, rock out. Oh my God, I need more drug. I need more. Like, this is one of those places too. So I'm like, damn, you met her in one of these? Now, it's like, I don't know if in Austin's brain, like, because he got a mixed chick, I don't know if he's thinking like, man, well, white people, there's a lot of white people here and white people do better things than black people. Whether you smoking weed throughout the entire club day and maybe something pops off at the end or you doing all that stuff, both are ungodly places. I don't want to meet my wife in one of these places. This is just a fact. Most men don't. Most real men don't. So I'm questioning. I'm like, damn, Auston, that's very odd behavior from you, bro. That's odd behavior. Y'all agree or what? Am I just chatting shit? Am I talking shit or is this not odd behavior for a man to meet his woman at a goddamn club? So let's go ahead and get through this video so we can get to the reactions of the comments and get some of you Auston Holleman queer supporters to call in. Now, we don't judge the LGBTQ, but we do want to let them have a platform so they can speak and we can go ahead and challenge their thoughts and beliefs.
Which is a karaoke pool hall.
Yeah, I always like.
I need you guys to really see how long it took him to answer that, where he met his woman at. And he looking her deep into the eyes. Hopefully she'll say something. She looking at him too like, damn, hopefully he don't say a club. We're going to have to cut this out. Because if you say you met a woman in a club and you a passport bro, we know that there's laws to this passport bro lifestyle, y'all. There's laws to geomaxing. No way you can meet your piece inside of a club that you wifing. There's laws to this. We literally got away from these Western countries to avoid Western women, right? That's what a lot of people did. So I'm like, how exactly are you like this? Larry J. Fly comes in and says, Auston wants to be like Andrew Tate and both are suspect on sexuality. Well, I'm not going to say that he's suspect on sexuality, but Andrew said it's okay to get with trannies as long as they look attractive. Y'all got to start posting links when y'all say this, man. I need to see. Let me actually look this up real quick. Hold on, y'all. We got to look this up. I don't think Andrew Tate would say something like that. And Auston Holleman, now that I think about it, he do kind of give off like an Andrew Tate vibe, don't he? He smoked that big old jumbo sausage link cigarettes, you know what I'm saying? Hot link cigarettes, excuse me, not cigarettes, cigars, yeah, he kind of do give that kind of situation sometimes, especially with them little unbuttoned shirts or those button-ups they be wearing, right? Let me see. Andrew Tate says it's okay to be with okay, let me see real quick what he said. Says he likes transgenders. Let me see. Is it okay? It's okay to sleep with trans if okay, let's see this. Second, y'all. We gonna get into this real quick. Hold on. They like trans but doesn't want to accept it. Where did he say that, man? I just want to get straight to the excuse me. Andrew says, let me see.
Woman. What do you think about her response to what a woman is?
I think I am a woman. I just decided to come on InfoWars to do it. I've decided to come out as a woman because how I look obviously has no bearing on the fact of what gender I am.
So what are your pronouns then for the next 2 hours?
Because if you assume I'm a man for those reasons.
All right, so right here he's trolling. Let me go ahead and see something else real quick. Andrew Taylor Sherman doesn't want to admit it. Let me see this. Hold on, y'all. Let me see something. Uh-oh. What's going on?
The Bugatti.
Turn it up a little bit.
Anyway, the Bugatti.
Dude, why button it at all at that point? I mean, the man buttoned it like a
No, that is kind of crazy. Why he buttoned it like this?
suit, like a suit jacket.
which is a legitimate one. And
Okay, so he's admitting, in a sense, that
He's attracted.
he's already admitted.
lit up and shit, Bugatti logos. Broke boys don't know. Listen, Bugatti. I recently posted a question on Twitter asking, would you rather have sex with a transsexual, which is a legitimate 10, or a woman, which is a legitimate 1? And
Okay, so
Damn, which one would
so
y'all
he's-
do? Let's see who. No judgment. I'm just curious. I want to know which one would y'all do. Go ahead and leave it in the chat real quick. Would y'all rather smash a transgender that's a 10 out of 10 in looks, no homo, or would you guys rather smash a woman that's a solid 1 on the scale of beauty? Go ahead and answer. No judgment, no judgment. Let's go ahead and see. And at the end of this, at the end of when you vote, I need you guys to say if you're an Auston Holleman supporter or if you're not. Just put that inside of your thing too, in your chat. Let me see something real quick. Go ahead and leave a comment real quick. I need to see something, y'all. We're gonna wait for y'all too. We're gonna wait. We need something real quick. A woman that's a 1, it's a woman. Okay. I was trying to get y'all. I was trying to see, man. I was saying you must be one of my supporters, Larry J. I ain't gonna lie. You must be one of my supporters, because I ain't gonna lie to you, man. These Auston Holleman supporters, boy, they be on some shit, man. They be on some shit. Okay, let's go back to this real quick. All right. Yeah, so okay.
To know that, what was your first impression of me, and what almost made you not pursue me?
Whenever I
Days they have like
Yeah.
karaoke.
I thought she was, which was a
All right, y'all. So here it starts. Here it really starts, right here. Shout out to Danny H. Danny says it's a 1 all day. Yeah, Danny's a supporter too. So see, y'all supported me. So y'all not, you see, if y'all was Auston Holleman support, I just feel like y'all answers would be different, man. I'm just no disrespect. I feel like y'all answers would be different, man. I'm telling you, like, there's something about his supporters that they have this like weird thing. I'm gonna show y'all. Look at these messages. Look at this. Look at how sick. I mean, they was coming in just mad and just angry, and they always come like on that energy on every video that I do too. I'm like, damn, you guys are super weird. Like, this is very odd behavior from men, man.
which is a karaoke pool, which
Look at
was a
Look. He's trying to think of what to say when his woman asked how we met or something like that, or he decided to talk about where they met. Look at her. She put her hand on her chin. Like, I wonder what he's gonna say. He's not gonna say that we met in a nightclub, I hope. See, watch. This isn't a good look.
which is seeing her. We were at Mint, which was a karaoke pool hall.
Yeah,
type
it
of
was
thing,
like
right?
on Wednesdays they have like
Yeah.
karaoke.
I thought she was
That's not bad. I'm happy that he didn't meet her in a club. Kudos to him for that. But later in this video, we found out that no, Mint nightclub, like I just showed y'all, is literally a club. Look at this, y'all. Check this out. And the crazy thing is, people that was watching his content told me that they said, no, bro, the thing about the brother is he met her when he was with his homie and she was with her homie. And so these ladies was walking around inside of the club, like looking for men or something like that. And then they came across Auston and some dude, and then they went ahead and like, hit it off. Then people tell me like, oh, and then he took her back home the same night and explained, and you guys can see them walking back to the crib. I'm like, oh my God. If that really happened, that's not good, but we can't go off of that. I'm just going off of what's said here. But if that could get proven, then that's really somebody that's not operating as a true passport bro, right? Or a true geomaxer. Because that's some wild shit. That's wild. You do not wife women from clubs. That's not healthy at all. The hell? We're gonna clap it up for him for that. We're gonna clap it up for him for that.
Go do it. You get what I'm saying?
Skin feeling dried out.
Oh shoot.
Feel skin relief.
Hold on, y'all. Ugh, that was uncomfortable. Oh my God. Did you see that? That's how they advertising dry skin these days? Damn. That made my skin crack and itch.
I feel like with him, he's a simp, to be honest with you. Because when I was in Ethiopia, bro, I was making sure I chose a woman.
Let me read some of these comments. Politics says,
Nah, him and KG was on a mission.
be some like really. So here's when I found the realization that damn, Mint is actually a club, and Auston fell in love with a chick that was inside of a club. So Politics, even right here on the screen, you guys see he was in this live stream too. But Politics here says Mint is a club. It was so ratchet that night. Z and her friend looked like they were looking for tricks. And I said, bro, I'm telling y'all, a lot of these African ladies that be in a club, they looking for tricks. They looking for dudes to spend money on them. This is just what it comes down to. So when I find out that, like, damn, Auston Holleman, who's doing $2,000 consultation and $3,000 consultations, he's telling y'all that, you know, he's giving y'all advice. If he giving y'all any advice on the women's side, maybe y'all shouldn't be listening to that, because that's pretty wild. How you gonna tell somebody to go and get the same treatment they get it from Western America? That's insane. Yeah. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna find your woman inside of a nightclub. It's a nightclub called Mint. You know what I'm saying? They serve alcohol there and they do karaoke. Huh? What? I'm not gonna lie too. I hate to talk about this as well, but you know we keep it raw and real on this channel. And I appreciate Z for the fact that she's trying to hang in there with Auston and stuff, with the fact that people say that, oh, he's alcoholic or he's trying to stop drinking so much, he's trying to stop smoking so much. I appreciate her for hanging in. I appreciate all the women worldwide. They're trying to help their man to recover from the issues and elements that they're dealing with. But man, let me tell y'all something, man. Women that find a man that's messed up and, you know, that has drinking and smoking problems and stuff, and she's trying to, like, oh, get that out of his system, that's not healthy, y'all. That's not a good, it seemed like a good woman, but it's not really a sign of a good woman. Out of all the great men on this planet Earth, you telling me you fell for the one that likes to drink and smoke, which can put you in a very messed up situation. It's different if you've been on him previously to this. But if you telling me that this dude loves to drink and smoke, and that's the guy you said I'm in love with, that means you have a mental disorder, shorty. You have a mental disorder. I don't go for women that tell me they like to go to the bar and strip. Like, what the hell? That's because I already understand that that's going to come with a lot of issues. I don't date women that tell me that, oh, I'm about to smoke and drink and stuff. I've talked to women, guys, that tell me that, oh, you know, I need to go outside and smoke real quick. Is that okay? I'm like, yeah, go outside. Immediately when they say that, I think to myself, oh, yeah, this isn't going to work out like that. She's addicted. To hang out, she has to smoke. Like, that's not healthy. Like, what the hell? You know, so it's wild behavior, man. It's very wild behavior. You know, that's too easy if he had her on the first night. That's what people are saying. We can't prove it, so I don't want to just go off of that. But I'm saying it is weird because he met shorty at a nightclub out of all places, and you teaching people for $2,000 on how to not meet women, how to get better women than American women. I'm just like, some of these dudes, I'm like, damn, this is like CIA behavior. Like, what the hell? Like, you literally, like, just imagine the CIA's. Okay, guys, let me take you on to an imaginary thing right now. Imagine the CIA's plan was to get these men to travel to foreign countries, right? And spread the illness that's plaguing Western countries with that same illness. How would they do it? Well, I'll tell you one thing. They'll go ahead and get a man that comes from a Western country and bring him to a foreign country and put him on some type of pedestal to where he has all these subscribers. Then a whole bunch of people start coming in and saying, oh my God, wow, he's such a cool guy. Oh my gosh, he's such a great guy. Let me go ahead and pay $2,000 for a consultation. Let me go ahead and pay for a consultation. Because I don't really think it's consultation. I'll let him say that to y'all. You know me, I already know a lot of things behind the scenes, but let's say his consultation is $2,000 or $3,000, right? Fine. So boom, for 1 hour or something that he says, right? Right. Anyways, so let's say that he's getting $3,000 for an hour consultation. Cool. So boom, check this out, right? If I was CIA, I'm going to go ahead and push this guy up because I want him for $3,000. I want him to teach y'all dudes that you guys need to go ahead and find women from the clubs so that you guys can spread the filth of Western countries into these foreign countries. Teach other brothers to find their women in the club. Ignore all the good women in rural areas on the outskirts of the major cities, women that are raised in church, women that are raised in Muslim or Islamic backgrounds. Ignore all of them. Go to a nightclub or a place that sells alcohol and does karaoke on Wednesdays. Go ahead and do that. If I was CIA, he would be a perfect spawn, right? He would be the perfect person to just push on to all this stuff, you know? So yeah, man, it's not a good look. This is not a good look. Because look at this, y'all. Even when we looked up the club right here, he says it was a karaoke lounge. He met his wife at a karaoke lounge. And I'm out here, you guys, some people, they wonder, because I know people going to watch this on the replay. Why are you so passionate about this? Bro, we're here to keep it raw and real. There's raw versus law. The law says it's okay to be with women that are in the club smoking and drinking and doing promiscuous, ungodly behavior. Well, raw tells me the raw side of life says that's not healthy. And I don't want you men to be following after somebody that's leading you astray. It's like Moses. If Moses was corrupt and he's leading you guys to something that's horrible in the future, there's no way that I can pay $3,000 for a consultation with somebody that's marrying or wifing up chicks in the club. No way. No way. And I'm wondering, like, damn, how can you even gain that? Somebody called in the other day too. That's even why I'm having this whole CIA thought process right now. And maybe because it's kind of late night. But I'm thinking to myself, somebody called in the other day and said, why else would they push his channel so much? I mean, just imagine a guy, that promotes men leaving the Western countries to go ahead and go to foreign countries and dealing with Western type women. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. You guys see on my channel, when I do my videos with the ladies, it's for podcast content purposes. I'm not trying to wife any of these chicks. I'm not even trying to have them around my vicinity that long. A lot of you guys don't even know this, but after I'm done filming with these ladies, they go home. It's done. I'd be like, okay, shorty, it's time to go. And they'd be like, can we hang out a little bit? Hang out for what? Like, you trying to get into something? Like, oh, no, I'm just like trying to just maybe see. Oh, no. If you trying to, it's time for you to go, baby. We ain't about to, no reason to keep you around like that. No reason. If you trying to hang out, be cool, yeah, maybe. But if you just trying to, like, let me get to know you or something like that, after you told me on this podcast that you like to suck and do all this stuff and go to the club and smash your homegirls and stuff, man, hell no, you're not the woman I'm trying to keep in my vicinity like that. The hell? Get the hell up out of here. Respectfully, of course. I appreciate you coming, but respectfully, you need to get up out of here. Shout out to you, but get up out of here. These ladies on my podcast be telling me they ain't into polygamy. They ain't into having a man, accepting their man's biology, all types of stuff. I'm like, man, get up out of here. We preaching rawness on this channel and the realness of life. You know what I'm saying? So the way I promote is when men leave Western countries, they need to go to a foreign country and find women that are the complete opposite of Western women. And even in my GeoMax and Masterclass, y'all, that's why I'm so happy I just dropped my GeoMax and Masterclass. Even in the Masterclass, y'all, I mentioned something here that's before you travel as a man, you need to get out all that trauma. You need to get out all them issues that you're dealing with. Because Auston, he started traveling with, I guess, I don't know when he started smoking these cigars and people telling me that he's addicted to drinking and smoking, but whatever. If you going from your foreign country, your Western country, and trying to go to a better life and have a better world for yourself and your legacy and your offspring and your future wife, you gonna mess up the best thing for you if you don't get some mental clarity and peace before traveling. And I speak about this on the GeoMax and Masterclass, y'all. I'm telling you, I got to check it out. It's a great masterclass. It's not just about peace. We also talk about women finance, all types of shit, legacy building. But that's the most important part of the GeoMax and Masterclass is to deal with those traumas beforehand. Deal with that stuff beforehand. Because if you come into a foreign country pushing your filth, you're going to mess it up for everybody. You're going to mess it up for everybody. You overly need to smash, you overly, have to smoke, you overly have to drink and engage in intoxicants. These aren't healthy. I thought you said you wanted to leave the West so you can get the woman of your dream. I thought you wanted to leave the West so you can go ahead and live a healthy life, a different life from the one that you was living in the West. Right? So how you going to go ahead and go out to a foreign country with that same mindset? It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. A lot of these dudes coming to foreign countries just to trick. I'm like, how does that work? I get it. Okay, cool. You want to have a little friend for a second. That's cool. But that's the rest of your life? That's not what we preach over here on this channel, man. I ain't going to lie to y'all. I ain't for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I get it. Have fun, get it out your system, all that stuff. But if you coming from a Western country and your whole goal is to trick on women, and to go back to your country, get money, and then come back and trick on, you not pushing nothing healthy for the rest of the world, bro. You're an ungodly person. You just like the rest of them in the West. You might as well just stay over there. You a demon too. You know what I'm saying? You got too much going on, man. It's not healthy. Let me see. I see somebody said react to Nana's. He went in on FBAs. I'm gonna see what he said about that. Look, we might have to look into that. Y'all want me to react on that on this video? Somebody hit the super chat. Sure, we can react to it. I got a little bit more time in me. I got a little more energy. Somebody said Nana is a coward. Who is Nana? Who is this Nana person? Damn, y'all know these people. Damn, that's why I like talking to y'all, because I don't be knowing these people like that. Y'all need to help me out. There must be, oh, the Megamind looking cat. Appreciate that. I forgot. Okay. I remember. Okay. Yeah, we might react to him in maybe another video or something. Larry J. Fly says there must be some agency to make FBA men look bad. J. Rello, NYC, The Futures Pop, Travels, another bum travelers are promoted and sponsored. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And I don't really know the other dude, so I don't want to speak on him like that. But I'm just saying, I don't know. There must be like some kind of push to bring more like effeminate men into these foreign countries and push them up on a pedestal. Like men, like these are the guys that get pushed up, right? The dudes that's out here promoting to go to the club, go to cigar lounge. You know, cigars is literally you smoking like 10 times of a cigarette. You know what I'm saying? That's even worse than smoking your goddamn Swisher Sweets and all them shit. And you know, it's not good, bruh. That's not good. You know what I'm saying? Drinking alcohol and stuff. Why would they push these type of people to the top? We got to start thinking about shit like this, man. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, it's a melanated brother, but we've had lots of melanated brothers try to corrupt the society and mess things up for the rest of us. So we got to be on high alert. I'm not saying he working with the CIA. That's a really big, thing. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like we got to figure out what's really happening with the brother, man. It's some weird shit. You gonna come out to a foreign country and tell us that we need to wife up what you're supposed to be leading by example for a lot of these brothers. Me personally, I already know how my life is going. I already know how my legacy is set up. I already know what the stuff I got going for me. I'm good. But for the young men that's watching Auston Holleman, I think to myself, damn, is that a good example? Are you really leading by example correctly? If you're telling men to go to clubs and, maybe you're on a 2-man and you go to a club and you're trying to find some chicks for the night, you end up running to a woman, then you wife her up, but you met her at a club and in a godly place that sells ungodly drinks to dim the mind of her, enabling her not to reach her higher self. Is that really where you dudes want to meet your wife? I thought we was coming to these foreign countries to do better. That's what I thought. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm the problem. So anyways, let's get back to all this stuff, right? And I want you guys to see, I try to type in Mint Nightclub and I go on the Instagram profile. It said it's goddamn restricted. I've been doing YouTube all these years. I never had no goddamn restricted profile. The only reason they gonna restrict the profile is if it's really that bad. Y'all dig what I'm saying? If it's really that bad, that's the only reason they're gonna restrict it. So them restricting that profile was really wild to me. How you gonna say I can't check out the profile because it's restricted? How? What type of shit have you gotten into, Auston? Y'all dig what I'm saying? So now let's go ahead and look at his little crazy psychotic supporters, man. And I want you guys to see how sick Auston Holleman supporters is, right? Let me go ahead and show y'all how sick Auston Holleman supporters are. Check this out, y'all. Check this out. We come to the first person that's supporting him, says, Big Truck P4L says, I hate when people say she's playing a long game. We're all playing either the short game or the long game. Marriage is literally the long game. Hookup culture is a short game. He met his woman in a nightclub, fool. He met her in a nightclub. You do not go to a nightclub for no goddamn marriage. Long game. There's no long game in finding a woman in a nightclub. Nightclub is literally for the night. What are we doing, guys? Am I crazy? Maybe I'm the crazy one here. Can you imagine some shit like that? These dudes are insane. Look at his support. These are the dudes that support Auston Holleman. And I'm starting to think, I'm like, how many of these people are even real people? Because we always ask these supporters, we say, call into the show. I'm not hating on Auston Holleman. If anything, I'm just out here reacting to his content because I know he's a dude that a lot of people may know. Passport bro extraordinaire. I know that he's somebody that a lot of young black men or a lot of young men look up to, and they say, man, I want to go and travel and be just like him and do exactly what he's doing. So, okay, cool. Let's go ahead and audit, make sure he's doing things correctly. And when I first start auditing it, I try to be really cool. I try to be, okay. But even Z had some little smart mouth at one point, even saying some slick shit to him. I said, damn, I wouldn't let my woman say some shit like that to me, but maybe, maybe okay. I try to be cool, but I'm like, how are you teaching young men to travel to these foreign countries and you saying that these foreign women are better than the women back home, yet you dealing with women that are very similar. You met your woman at a nightclub, bro. She's not no damn saint. If a woman tells me, if I meet a woman at nighttime, I want to meet her in a goddamn church. Sorry, not goddamn. I meant to say I want to meet her inside of a place of worship, okay? That's what I'm trying to say, y'all. Okay? Goddamn, I'm going to hell now. Look what y'all did to me. This is y'all fault. Royal Rush says, let's be real. Z is only there for Auston for a short run. So why are people in his comments telling me, his supporters, why are they in my comments coming to my channel talking about, oh, you know, I hate when people say that they're playing the long game. We're all playing either the short game or the long game. Marriage is literally the long game. Hookup culture is the short game. Yeah, she's not playing a long game. She's playing a short game, but she's playing him, trying to make him believe that she's there for the long game. But who knows? She could be a good woman. Who knows? I don't want to just go ahead and speak on that. I don't want to jump to conclusions like that. But I'm just saying it's not looking too good so far. That's all I'm trying to say, man. There's a lot of evidence to why it's not looking good so far and why a lot of young men don't need to be emulating a brother like this. It's not healthy, especially even the games he played with me. The dude hit me up multiple times. I took time out of my schedule to call this brother. The brother didn't answer, ignore me, and then people talking about, oh, you know, he's online dissing you. And I look at the stories. I'm like, my brother wouldn't do me like that. This is somebody I used to call my friend. He wouldn't do me like that. I look at the messages. I look at the story. I'm like, damn, it do kind of seem like he talking shit to me, but he didn't at me. He didn't say nothing about me. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's not me. Maybe I'm just, you know, maybe it could be a misunderstanding, right? But nevertheless, it's weird. And I wouldn't say that young men should be emulating or looking at Auston Holleman as a good role model. Seriously. A Politics says Auston failed in Brazil, so he ended up pedaling backwards. Auston was forced to go to Kenya. Auston took the easy way out. African women are not Auston's preference. Maybe that's why he got with, you know, the woman that he got with, you know, a half German woman. It's very odd to me too, because I'm like, out of all the beautiful African queens, you went for a half German chick. Maybe he's into light-skinned women. Maybe he's just into something like that, but it's just kind of odd, you know, because I thought you were saying that you came to Africa for these African women or something like that. You was messing with the African women. You said they're very feminine and you love the way they are, all this stuff, but then we see how you know. Anyways, shout out to Calvin. This is a great supporter. JM8 Key says, oh no, LOL. Danny, oh, there goes Danny again. Danny says, I'm not a fan of Auston either, but oh yeah, I remember I read that. Brilliance Win says, damn, that one dude. Okay, we seen it. So let's go to one of the other supporters, right, that be having an issue. The reason Auston is dating her is initially he went to South Africa, but found that South Africans are smart and expensive, excuse me. But for some reason, he went to Namibia, which is odd for him since I have been to Namibia. It's not a place Auston can go and hang around since there's nothing going on there. So if you watch Auston, he is interested in hopping places, not Namibia. But what she doesn't know is that Auston seeked her out for a reason. He did travel to Namibia to meet women who can give him a citizenship in South Africa region, because if you think about it, at some point he needs papers to live there. Who knows? I don't know if that's really his goal. Let's find some. Here we go. To Caller and Traveltriberaw. Life is a risk. Here, thank you. Finally, we're back to the foolish comments, right? Here we go. Patrick 037. And look, is this even a real person? What the? Is this an Indian? Oh my God. Look at this dude. Look at his supporters, y'all. Look at them. Ew. Why does this guy, this is a grown man, why does he look like this? Like a Dr. Seuss character. I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to get disrespectful. I'm just trying to call out that he be having some weirdo supporters. Like, come on, man. This is a bit odd. Let's listen to this real quick.
All right, guys, good afternoon today. My name is Patrick, and this is my personal view on a lot of the topics that are online as far as in the past decade, where it refers to red pill, it refers to the manosphere, and it refers to the FDA. Now, the red pill's mission, when it came about, was to inform men on the actual true nature of women, was to make men aware and to stop men from being delusional or deluded with how women were conducting themselves. It gave men a reality check to check on the reality of relationships.
What the hell is that? What was that? Did you guys hear that? Like church bells or something. Listen.
To check on the reality
That's not even me. Where is that coming from?
Of relationships between men and women. How to pick up signals.
Did this dude put holy music in the background? I ain't mad at the holy music. It's just very odd. I'm just like, who does something like that? Like you talking about Red Pill and FBA, like what? Why would you play that in the background? And then the dude kind of talk like something going on. Like, why he keep talking like this? Like, I tell you, man, I don't be talking like this, but if somebody talk like this to me, I'm not trying to listen too long. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like,
on the type of women they dealt with, how not to get exploited, misused, and abused.
I ain't gonna lie, dude's a weirdo. I just looking at him, he just don't seem like he don't seem like a brother that's like winning in life. I'm just gonna be honest. You know what I'm saying? But let's go ahead and see what he commented for real. Respucia, exactly. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Danny, you need to be in the group chat, brother. Why ain't you in the group chat, man? You need to be in the group chat, man. Go ahead and hit me up on Instagram. Actually, join the Patreon. Then you get the group chat access and stuff. Yeah, let's get you in the group chat, man. We got a lot of good brothers. You got to have a WhatsApp or a Patreon account to get in there. Royal Rush says those women he met in Africa are just the same as women in Thailand, Colombia, and other South American women. Yeah, and the sad thing is, I'm like, the brother's literally seeking out these women. He's going to the club to find these women. Me personally, the women that I get are from word of mouth. Women tell women about me. Women tell their virgin sisters and their virgin cousins about me. That's how it goes. You know what I'm saying? They got a virgin sister, like 20-some. Cool. They go ahead and tell their sister about me, like, oh, you would be into my sister. She's like a virgin. She's like very feminine and stuff. Maybe you could wife her up. She's completely different from me. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I be pulling a lot of women, because I'm such a cool dude. You know what I'm saying? I just got it like that. You feel me? And I'm very big on work too. A lot of ladies, even one chick, she blew up the spot. You guys seen on the video I did, I spent $100,000, you know, in South Africa. That video that you guys can see on my channel, the woman literally says, I wouldn't date him. He works too hard. He's like a hard worker. He never has time for a woman. And he's like very strict about how he likes to make his life. He's very serious about life, and he's very serious about legacy. Yeah, gosh, you know, I'm kind of like a fun, kind of like serious, but fun at the same. So she's telling everybody about my situation. And this is why I'll be the perfect man for a lot of these women. So women constantly, like, you know, give me referrals from word of mouth. Oh my God, like, he's such an amazing man. You need to go ahead and like check him out. Like, go ahead, maybe you guys can hang out or something. He's so respectable. He's such an honorable man. Morale. He's a legacy builder. He's serious about his life. Perfect husband material. Perfect, but he's serious. He's looking for a serious woman. Since you're a virgin woman and you're open to polygamy, he would be into you because he says that he's into that. So women, they constantly like speak good things about me, and then I start to pull so many different chicks, right? But anyways, let's go back to these. Let's go back to. God damn, it's kind of loud. I keep seeing this dude, man. He on like every commercial, and every time he got a sore throat too, man. We gotta get that checked out, brother. Damn, it's like your 5th different sore throat commercial. That chick right there look kind of good, huh? Anyways, so yeah, so let me go ahead and let me go to this real quick. Let's get to the comments real quick. So this dude says to Caller and Traveltriberaw, life is a risk. Women cannot be predicted. People can be predicted. Time and chance changes people and things. What you expect to fail doesn't. What you expect to succeed doesn't. No, brother. Listen, I'm gonna put you onto some real game. Not because you look like a weirdo, but just because I just want to put you and set your life right. I want to set your life right. Because even right here, I said, you're not smart at all. Blessings, fam. Because I really do. I didn't even have the time. I was actually working when I sent this message, but I didn't even have the time to really respond. I just said, you're not smart. You're saying right now that people can't be predicted, right? That's actually false. People can't be predicted. You're right about that to an extent. You can make sure you have a higher probability of predicting somebody when they're coming from an upright background and they're not in ungodly spaces. There's no way you can tell me a virgin woman that grows up in the suburbs, that grows up with both parents, and that doesn't drink or smoke would be the same predicted outcome as a woman like Z meeting her inside of a club. You can damn near predict. This is actually how science goes, guys. Science, you can't predict necessarily nothing in science either. Do you guys understand that science is all hypothesis? Science is, you can't just say 100%, this is how it is 100% of the time. We constantly thinking, okay, we need air to breathe and we need water to drink and stuff like that. That's true majority of the time. That's true majority of the time. But they don't tell you how many times, some small air particles from CO2 is important too, because we need that and we need to go ahead and breathe it outwards, because if it was just oxygen, then there's science behind these things, guys. Nothing's 100%. Nothing's 100%. But we can predict that most times you can predict that breathing in oxygen will be way better for you than whatever else is out there. You can predict that because of all the research and the studies. Just like I can predict a woman too. I can predict that a woman that is raised in an upright background with morals and raised maybe even in a religious home that's serious about religion, not the fake Christians. There's a lot of fake Christians around Africa. Be careful of them. But you can predict that this woman is going to be a great wife if she's raised correctly, if she has these kind of things that are set in stone, that would make her this great woman for your legacy. So when he says that, oh man, life is you can't really predict who's going to do this and who's going to do, that's not true. It's true to an extent, but it's also not true at all, though, because there's a risk level involved in certain things. For instance, I personally don't want to do any bungee jumping. There was just a recent situation where some woman, she bungee jumped and they didn't attach her to the cord. But I've always looked at bungee jumping as just not something I want to do. It just seems like just jumping over a canyon and just having some string. It just seems like a bit risky to me. A risk that I would just personally not like to take. I could go to a club and risk finding a great woman there. But let's be honest, the percentage of finding a good woman in a club versus a woman inside of a church inside of Africa, a serious church inside of Africa, not these little fake ones that allow LGBTQ, but a serious church inside of Africa, I can most likely find, a real, feminine, godly woman, that really respects and honors the origination of the real Bible, versus a woman that's in a club. You guys get what I'm saying? So the dude, after I say you're not smart enough, blessings fam, he says, okay, fair enough. Loyalty is a choice from a woman, but it's not guaranteed. If she is good and she stays, it is both a blessing from God and her loyalty. Not vetting or any rigorous background investigations can protect you. This is the biggest lie this fool Patrick has said right here. He says not vetting or any rigorous background investigation can protect you. That's completely false. Do you know that there's certain people that cannot get into certain types of government places because the government operates for their high level ranking people that they put inside of, like, even we talked about the FBI, CIA earlier. The government does not just put random people in this. They put people they can predict their outcomes. So for instance, if you have been online saying that, oh, F America, and I just, America's second to best, they're never going to be the best country. I'm against my country, all this stuff. If you're one of these people on the internet saying that shit, there's no way you're making it into the CIA. They do rigorous background checks on people. So this guy right here says no vetting or any rigorous background investigation can protect you. That's a complete lie. And the issue here is that, see, these people, they leave these comments not knowing that a young man might look at this comment and say, okay, well, there is hope at a club. There is hope. Okay, that's great. I can find women in a club. But that's not good because there's no hope for a majority of people in clubs. Listen to this. No vetting or any rigorous background investigation can protect you. So how does it protect the FBI? How does rigorous investigations protect the CIA? How do background investigations save a lot of people from having horrible experiences with workers? Because there's a lot of workers that have background checks too. In America, if you have a felony, it's hard to get a job. Why is that? Because a lot of people believe that, oh, this felon might do something again or might not be the best person fitted for this position. And it's unfortunate, but the truth is the truth. The truth is that, there's a percentage of people that have previously been in a felonious situation and they're good people, right? They've changed, they've done so much, and my heart goes out to them. But there is a lot of people too that they say they do a repeat offense or they, they're not getting their life back on track. They're not doing right. Still, even the felony, the crime that they've committed previously, we can't just forget about it. It is something pretty severe. Not saying that they're all the same, but I'm just saying here, rigorous background checks are important and they can protect you. So this guy saying no vetting or any rigorous background investigation can protect you, that's completely false. That's what I'm saying. His supporters are foolish. His supporters are foolish. My supporters never talk like this, right? Army Guy Travel says, what did Auston do to you personally? Well, Auston Holleman personally, okay, let me answer this because I answered it a bit earlier, but I'll touch on it real quick. Auston Holleman, we was cool at first. The brother, at some point, we did some videos, we traveled together. We was cool, man. I tried to put him on to a lot of things because he was new to Africa. So I tried to show him around and put him onto some real game and try to even hook him up with some good situations. Like, for instance, there was a time I tried to get him to donate to an orphanage because I was donating to orphanages, but I don't really like putting everything on camera, but I knew it would look good for his channel. So I wanted to get him to do that. He didn't respond to that. Then it was something when it came to having some ladies that I have for my podcast. Say, hey, bro, I got some ladies with me. You trying to, do some content with them? Just let me know. They're here for you. You know what I'm saying? And dude didn't respond to that. So then I started thinking, I said, damn, every time I hit him up, it's almost like bro not messaging no more. Ever since we like not in the same country, bro, kind of not cool no more. So I said, maybe I need to lay off, right? It hit up his birthday. I hit him up. I said, okay, boom, what's good, bro? I just want to say happy birthday, man. We still cool, whatever you need, bro. Because he's new to Africa. And my whole mentality was like, man, at that time, there wasn't that many black men traveling to Africa like that. So I was really happy the brother had came out, and I really wanted to make sure that he had everything he needed, especially with the group chat, because I have a brotherhood group chat. You guys can find access to that on patreon.com/Traveltriberaw. If I show you guys real quick, there it goes right there. I'll pop it up in the corner for you guys just so you guys can see. I have a brotherhood group chat. A lot of good content on that Patreon as well, but you also get access to the group chat. And I wanted the brother to be in there just in case he needed anything, so he can reach out to him, the support team, all that. So then after that, right, we fast forward to in these recent days, right? I started realizing, I said, Austin's really not hitting the bro back. You know what I'm saying? It's cool though, because maybe, people can just grow out of each other. Cool. Maybe we just not cool like how we used to be. No problem. I still wish him the best. And I still, even right now, still wish him, the best, but my issue is this, right? I started reacting to the content when it comes to his lady and all the people that was hitting me up, because people for years have been hitting me up saying false accusations or saying their accusations of Austin. I don't even know what's true or false no more, because I don't know the brother. Like how I thought I knew him, I don't know him like that. He clearly didn't have the same mission as me when I first came to Africa. You get what I'm saying? My whole mission when I first came out, help out the youth, make sure that we can put Black people on the map out here. So basically, I was trying to get us to have like a membership, like, not just a membership. I was actually trying to work on something in the government too, to try to get Black people some visas in a certain country. It's a long story. It's a long story, guys. Oh my God, I can talk about that stuff for days, man. And it's very unfortunate what happened, because it didn't come to fruition because it gets deep, man. This shit gets deep. But I was trying to put him onto this. I thought he can be a great addition to the team. He wasn't that big on like, the stuff we was doing out here. No problem. Fast forward, I started doing some reactions to his content. I'm just keeping it raw and real. I'm not out here telling him that, oh, his woman is for the streets. I'm not here saying his woman is this and that. I'm just saying that, bro, you got to pay attention to the chick you got in your life, because there's some huge red flags when it comes to your shorty, bro. I'm seeing some huge red flags, bro. You putting her online. You only known her for this long. People are telling me that, you brought her back to the crib first night, and I can't prove that, but I can prove that you met her in a nightclub, which is also really bad. I start saying stuff like this. Austin, he messages me. He says, hey, bro, I want to talk to you about how you speaking about my wife and just all this stuff like that. I said, no problem. I don't mind speaking to you about that. But first, I want you to know, I don't really care too much about you and your wife's situation. The only thing I really care for is, and I did this, and I even played a part of the audio, which I really hate to do too, but I played a part of that audio just so you guys can see it was legit. And I didn't play the full thing just out of my respect for the brother, you know what I'm saying? Because I thought we had some type of respect for each other. But once he ghosted me after I messaged him back and said, yeah, we can talk about it. Let's actually do this, you know, for some, you know, let's put this online. And so the supporters, they can also ask you questions and learn from this situation, because I don't personally care about your relationship at all. I don't care at all. I only care about the youth and people that are watching your content, and they're learning, and they might be learning some bad ways, you know, some bad tactics from you. So I'm just trying to put them onto some real game, some real raw information. Then the brother, he ignores me. Then people are saying, oh, I think he's talking about you in his story, all this stuff like that. I ignore it. Then he messages me again. Hey, bro, yeah, can we do this call? Like, I'm trying to do this call. I said, okay, cool. Let's go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? It's cool, because he already flaked on the first time, and I gave him some more of my time. And as a man, now I'm like, damn, you done, because he flaked the second time too. I said, damn, you really like a flaky kind of dude. You're not really like a real brother like that. A real brother doesn't act like that. So then I just disowned him from being my brother. You know what I'm saying? I said, you know what? Maybe the accusations people were saying, I don't know which ones was right, which ones was false. But I said, since it's good content, let's go ahead and get to the bottom of it. And that's what brings us to where we are now with Auston Holleman and all this content we keep doing on him. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I really believe it's important to analyze some relationships and just see what we can learn from this. And I've talked about the positives Auston has done and also the negatives. There's definitely a lot of negatives here, though. You know, even something about how his woman was talking to him in one of the videos. She almost kind of like, I don't know, she had this like little attitude or something like that. And I'm like, damn, Auston, that's not really too good. And Auston was kind of talking to her a certain way. And I was like, oh, that's not, I really don't like that. You know, it's too early to have any like arguments like this. You know, she dropped the expensive laptop, and, you know, Auston, you know, she dropped some expensive laptop, and Auston was like, hey, that laptop was costly. You need to be more careful. And I guess she was like, whatever, like, or relax or something like that to him. He's like, wait a minute, it's not about relaxing. You broke a laptop that's expensive. I'm gonna have to pay for it. Then people are saying like, well, that's kind of weird, because now Austin's telling us that he lost his laptop and he needs us to pay for that. So I'm like, damn, that is kind of weird too. So now as we're analyzing things, I'm like, damn, maybe Austin's not the same dude that I was cool with many years back. And people can change, that's fine, but it's important to analyze this so other people can learn from these, you know, situations. So that's all we doing with the content, man. You know, so much weirdos and so many weird haters and stuff. He's calling her his wife already. He needs to slow down a little bit. Yeah, man. Actually, at some point, somebody told me that they got married or something like that. I was like, really? I didn't even see no video like that. So yeah, that's just to answer that question when it comes to Auston Holleman and our situation, what we got going, man. Because, you know, it's weird. The bro keep messaging me, bro. Like, even when I even WhatsApped him, you know, say like, hey, is you good? Like, because now as a man, you're wasting my time. I don't take that lightly. As a man, how can you waste another man's time, bro? Like, I don't do shit like that. I don't do shit like that. That's very odd behavior as a man. You don't waste another man's time. You don't waste any other person's time, but especially not a man, bro. It's super disrespectful. And it's very weird. You know what I'm saying? It's very, very weird behavior to me. Because I'm like, you did it twice now. Now, if he was to hit me up a third time, I'm not gonna respond this time, right? But I'm just like, bro has always kind of, ever since he left that country that we was both in, he's just kind of been a little distant ever since. But now to like start messing with me, like, hey, bro, like, hey, can we talk real quick? And the reason I tried to give him his respect when he first messaged me is because I actually thought it was urgent. And I was actually going to answer the call and say, hey, bro, yeah, we can keep this private or we can take this public. He didn't respond for days about it being public too. You know what I'm saying? But he read the message. So I'm like, that's very odd. That's very odd. And then people are saying he's posting things about me online. I'm like, that's very odd, because I never said nothing bad about his woman. I just said these are things that you really got to be careful and watch out for. You know, arguing with your woman so early in the relationship, that's not good. You drinking and being drunk or something that people say you're drunk on live and you're talking to her and stuff like that. And you kind of making these little weird jokes talking about like, man, yeah, I beat this chick. I can beat her if I want to, because everybody thinks I'm crazy. Everybody thinks I'm Auston. I'm crazy. I'm like, that's probably not the best type of jokes to do either, Auston. You know, if people already, some people don't like you, you don't, all your, you know, queer followers, you know what I'm saying, if they're already feeling some type of way, let me stop talking. Let me stop saying they're queer. I don't know. They're definitely LGBTQ to some extent. And I'm not saying that in an insulting way. We don't, over here, we don't judge people for their lifestyles. I'm just saying that it is very weird behavior because the way these dudes is talking is almost like they take it up the backside. You know what I'm saying? And also some things that I've had in my DMs, like the stuff they've been saying is like very weird behavior. 5-point star, this is another weirdo commenter. He says, just because she speaks and understands English perfect doesn't mean she is westernized. Other Africans in other African countries can speak and understand English. And I don't even know why he said that. So I said, is that all you got from the video? You ain't hear the most important part where they met in the most ungodly place called a club. This dude, and this is what I'm saying, these guys have real disorders, guys, and you have to be careful of these people. He says, and you know, I even believe somebody told you guys confirmed this, right? Let me know. I need y'all to wake up real quick. Well, y'all should be awake because y'all in Western countries most likely. I'm coming to y'all from South Africa. It's almost damn near 11 p.m. over here for real. Yeah, it's damn near 11 p.m. So y'all let me know something. Did they really break up? Because somebody told me they broke up. Somebody said he put out a video saying it's over now. Him and Z are done or something like that. They're taking time apart. Is that true? Y'all let me know. Y'all know I don't be tuned into his lifestyle like that, but is that true that they're not together no more? You know? Y'all let me know. I guess we got to react to some of, okay, she just dropped this, went for braids, and this happened. Oh, that's a braid video. That's nothing too crazy. Y'all let me know in the chat, man. Y'all should be awake. Y'all let me know. So here goes 5-point star. He comes back and says, at Traveltriberaw, people go to clubs to relax and dance. I've never heard of somebody going to a club to goddamn relax. Have any of you guys heard? Isn't that the most foolish shit you've ever heard in your life? This dude met his woman at a club. She was most likely there to relax. What do you mean relax? You mean do ungodly behaviors, and that to you, since you're an ungodly person, that's relaxing. For a demon, doing evil is very simple. That's a very relaxing resort kind of feeling because you're doing evil. So for a person that's an ungodly person going to an ungodly place, yeah, being at a club would be your version of relaxing. It's not mine. What I do to relax, I literally go to, massage places and get real massages. I go and I might read a book. I don't really read like that, I'm not gonna lie, but I do listen to audiobooks. I tell people I read, but really I'm an audiobook guy. I'm gonna like really read and shit, you know what I'm saying? It's especially when the narrator has like a decent narration voice, like DJ Vlad has a really good interview voice. Hey everybody, how you doing? And, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, that's besides the point. That's besides the point, right? Besides the point. He says that plus the clubs in Africa has a different atmosphere than the ones in America and Canada. The West clubs can be violent and carry out shootings, drugs laced all over the place. That does not happen to the clubs in Africa, sir. Stop projecting. The audacity to say that I'm projecting is crazy. You know what's really going on with a lot of these dudes, right? Oh, thank you guys for responding to that. They said, Army Guy Travel says, nope, he titled that and she showed up later in the video. All is good. Oh, okay. So they're still together. That's good. See, I'm still happy for them, but I'm just like, certain things is just not adding up with their relationship, I'm hoping brothers can learn from it. Danny H says he clickbaited. He ain't mean that. Okay. And Larry J, he said they're taking time apart from recording with each other. Okay. I see. And yeah, I was taking time apart from recording, making these videos about Auston, but I'm like, damn, with all the harassment, like these dudes have breached my email. I'm like, damn, they done got into my email address, traveltriberaw@gmail.com for any business inquiries, but they got into my email just to hit me up and say some weird shit too. I'm like, what the hell? So he says that the West clubs can be violent and carry out shootings, drugs laced all over the place. That doesn't happen in clubs in Africa, sir. Stop projecting. Do you understand that I have been to clubs in Africa when I first came out to Africa, and I didn't like them at all. Actually, my homies, when I was in the club with them, they always said, damn, bro, you just always in the club just with a bottle of Heineken. Because I would sip a piece of, like, y'all look at this coconut water bottle, right? Coconut water. So I would sip, like, you know how the Heineken has like the little tube, right? I wouldn't even go to the actual part of the Heineken. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how much I'm not into doing these kind of things. I don't judge people for doing them, especially when it's in moderation, but I'm just not that type of person to really engage in intoxicants and go to places where I know people are doing ungodly things. But let me tell you guys something from all the clubs I've been to around Africa. I've never seen this amount of ladies that's selling it. I just got to be honest. I've never seen this many chicks that's out here selling it. These chicks be in the club out here throwing and just, you know, in America, these ladies, they be selling it too, but they not selling it. Like these chicks out here, they sell like, okay, this much. You can say hello to a woman and she'll say, how much? Huh? Hey, how are you doing? You know, you look very beautiful. I thought I could come over and get to know you. Huh? Do you have money? How much? You know what I'm saying? That's how they respond. And it was such a disgusting environment too, because I'm like, damn, this is really not the type of chicks I even like being around. And I know a lot of you guys might feel discouraged, right? Some of you guys probably thinking in your minds right now, unfortunately, because that's not what I'm saying, is that all African women suck and they're all trash. They all go to clubs. But I am saying for the African women that do go to the clubs, you got to stay far away from them. They're not healthy mentally. A lot of them. There's some that's probably decent, but a lot of them aren't healthy, especially for marriage. A lot of them out here, they trying to make ends meet. They got to get some money. You know what I'm saying? This is about the money, man. It's the money. You know what I'm saying? Army Guy Travel says, I'm actually a friend of Austin's, but I was genuinely curious of your side to this. At least you're level-headed. Nana Kuwu is just a troll. Okay, yeah, that's that one dude they was telling me about earlier, huh? That dude, I guess he's trolling and stuff. Nana exposed Austin's scam on the barber school. Oh, that's interesting. I appreciate level-headed guys too, Army Guy Travel. So that's nice that you even though you friends, you can understand, and good luck on your friendship, man. It didn't work for me and the brother Austin, but hey, man, hey, hopefully it'll work out for you, man, because the dude's on some very interesting behaviors. So anyways, as I continue, yeah, just because there's no shootings and drugs lacing in Africa, which is nice inside the clubs, a lot of the chicks, they're here inside these clubs, they out here not godly like that. Like, they're not doing, I don't know if you think inside the clubs in Africa, these ladies are out here like praying or something. They're not praying. They're not doing like friend prayer circles and braiding each other's hair. They're out there twerking on dudes trying to get some money. That's it. And for some dudes, that's a dream come true. Hey, if that's your dream come true, so be it. I'm not here to judge that shit. I'm just here to judge and say, you don't wife a chick from the club. That's all I'm saying. Maybe you want to do what you want to do with your life. I'm only here to encourage the men that are willing to listen to me and the young men that are willing to listen and take real advice and real game from somebody that's being raw and real. That's it. I can't convince you to do anything that you want to do. If you want to marry a white woman or some type of mixed chick or whatever, and you met her in a club in South Africa, I don't give a shit what you do with your life, bro. I really don't. I don't give a shit. Enjoy your life. But do not try to play these games and act like, oh, these African clubs, man, these ladies are so holier than thou. They're not. So I respond to the dude. I said, the craziest thing I've ever heard. I said, this is the craziest thing I've ever heard. Due to the lack of financial opportunities and Western influence slowly pushing into Africa, the majority of ladies you find in the club are indeed pros, workers, or ungodly. And this is just a fact. He comes back and says, bro, you have not been all across Africa. You only been in South Africa and Kenya. So isn't that crazy? This fool doesn't even know. That's why I'm like, these dudes just be talking sometimes too. The dude doesn't even know I've been to damn near all the countries, damn near half the countries in this continent. The dude doesn't even know this. He doesn't even know this. You know what I'm saying? I've been to a lot of these countries, guys. A lot. And it could be more than half. You guys know I keep things very on the quiet. But you guys know from my channel and this channel, I've been to way more countries than just Kenya and South Africa. Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, Tanzania, South Africa, Nigeria, Ghana. Oh, got to keep some of these quiet. But I've been to a lot, guys. I've been to a lot. Just take my word on that. I know it's kind of like, damn, but you didn't say all of them. Yeah, because don't worry too deep. Don't look too deep into this, y'all. Got some stuff going on in some of these countries. And this is what a real man does, by the way. I know some of you guys might be like, but you're supposed to share things with your audience. let's say I have women in these foreign countries, right? And I don't want you guys to know that I'm going to these foreign countries because I actually maybe I'm married or I might have a woman and I have a whole family legacy going. I don't want you guys to know any type of country that I've been to that can potentially have a wife or some offspring. And I don't want you guys to know where my legacy is. So many of you guys aren't even in my favor. A lot of you guys don't even like me. I don't really want to share too much of my information. Also, when it comes to business, I do tell you guys the surface level stuff I do for business. But when it comes to, some countries I may be in business with, especially with the government, I'm not going to speak too much about this stuff, guys. I'm a very calculated man. I'm not one of these people that operate like this. When I'm not recording, I'm very quiet about my private life and getting things done. I'm a hard worker. I'm a hard worker. I've always been like this too. I've always been like this, so I'm getting things done on the back end, y'all. So yeah, this guy says, so westernization is not spreading all across Africa quickly. Africa has so many tribes, religions, languages, etc. South Africa has that Western look when it comes to infrastructure. This guy really believes that's the thing. People, and that's why I told him, you're a fool. I've been to damn near half the countries in this continent. Well, that's why I tell people, shoot, it could be more or less. Who knows? But I've been to a lot of guys. It's been 6 years. I've been traveling all around the world. When I'm not on camera, you guys don't even know how much I travel. You know what? If somebody's sending a super chat, I'm going to send you guys a video of me on a first class flight, maybe in a week from now. Send a super chat right now. I'm going to do it. Anybody send a super chat? If some of y'all don't really think I be moving and grooving, I'm gonna be on a first class flight and I'm gonna show y'all something. I'm gonna show y'all something. I might actually put this for my Patreon supporters because my Patreon supporters, they've really been showing love. I might put this for my Patreon supporters and the ones that get the masterclass for sure, they'll have this content. But I'm thinking for one of the countries I don't usually show that I go to, I'm thinking I might just go ahead and just record the whole experience for you guys because some people don't understand. I'm really out here working. I'm a man of what I say. I'm a man of my word. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't even understand the shit I be doing. I could literally, y'all don't even know if I've been in South Africa this whole time. I move around. I'm working. I'm legacy building. You guys think I'm just doing this polygamy shit and I can just go ahead and like have baby money? I can't have little money when you're doing polygamy. To build a true legacy like the one I'm trying to build, you need actual capital. You need connections. You need business to get this life. This life with these ladies, some of you guys be seeing my lifestyle. Like, look at this stuff, y'all. Like, look. We're going to get back to this, y'all. Let's just go a little bit off topic real quick. Let me show y'all something, man. Let me show y'all something. Oh, my gosh. These commercials, huh? God damn it. Okay, check this out, right? Check this out. Shout out to the people that's been here from the jump, right? Check this out. All right, boom. Damn, that was a long commercial, huh? I take these women on, like when I'm dating, like we live in different lives. Some people might not understand how my life really is. I don't have time sometimes to take one woman out on a date, so I'll take two at the same exact time. Listen, watch this video. This is a video literally of me courting two women. Yeah. Your eyelashes real quick. All intact. Oh, we gotta do two. We just gonna do two then. I don't want it to be too heavy. And even when I was doing polygamy in America, it was just like this. Except, well, one of the ladies, I did know her a little bit longer. But regardless, my whole purpose of saying all this stuff is just to say this, right? I'm working and I'm moving around a lot. You know what I'm saying? And the lifestyle and the things that you need to do polygamy, it's not cheap. It's not cheap. This stuff is not cheap. The Islamics, the Muslims, the way they doing it, you know what I'm saying? They got their own way of doing it. I got my own way of doing it too. You know what I'm saying? And my way is very ethical. The ladies ain't sleeping in the same bedroom. Originally, it was starting like that. But I don't want to I know we trying to talk about Auston. We can talk about me another day. I know y'all don't want to talk about your good pal Raw, right? Well, let's go back to Auston, y'all. Let's go back to Auston. I'm just saying, this lifestyle right here, y'all seen how long I was with Marmar? How long was I with Marmar, y'all? It had to be like, what was that? Marmar and, because you guys see Mag right here, right? This wasn't even, me and Mag, we wasn't even together that long. You know what I'm saying? Mag was new. And I was only dating Mag too. We wasn't exactly like together like that. You know what I'm saying? We was only dating. You know, there's a way to this, y'all. Like even as I'm looking at my videos, I'm like, damn, maybe I can't just do a video just with one woman. Even videos I'm not even trying to date, I'm noticing, damn, I got 2 women here too. Like, damn, it's like all the videos I'm doing, I got like 2 chicks. Kind of just noticing that. Like, damn, even this one. And this one right here, this wasn't me. I like these chicks. I know them personally, but I wouldn't really be in a relationship with these chicks like that. Just because they not my stilo, they not my cup of tea, right? But these are some ladies that I mess with. You know what I'm saying? They cool. All right, as y'all know, I previously had 2 girls. You feel me? Like, you know, they cool. And you see Shorty right here. So y'all see me, Mag. How long was we all together, right? We was together for a long time, especially with Mag because she was holding shit down. Excuse me, Marmar. Marmar was holding shit down. I'm like, damn, what? Why do I keep calling her Mag? In my mind, keep calling her Mag was bad. Yeah. She was cool. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? When you dating these women, you know, and courting them and stuff, it's a way. There's so much in this stuff, y'all. I'm a businessman at the end of the day. That's all I can really say about my life. But let's get back to Auston.
I always wanted.
Let's get back to this one real quick because I know we kind of went off topic. I don't even know how I got into this shit. But I'm just saying the lifestyle I'm living, I have to be organized. But like I said, y'all send a super chat right now because I really only want to show it to the person that showed the support on super chat. But I might just put it on the Patreon and I might just send it. I guess I'll drop it on the YouTube too. Because, you know, I move around so much that y'all don't even know that I might even be in South Africa, but I might go to 2 other countries and then come right back to South Africa. And by the time I come back, you guys are like, oh, well, he's still been in South Africa the whole time. Yeah, because I don't talk about all the ways I'm moving. But right now, I'm telling y'all, somebody hit that super chat, I'll bring y'all along with me on one of these business missions that I be going on. So y'all can kind of see in the lifestyle, kind of see what's going on. Y'all gonna have to hit that. Let me see what type of super chat we need though for this. We need something light, man. Hit me with the 20. Hit me with a 20, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Then I'll show y'all. Because really, sometimes I want to flex. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I want to flex. I be working hard, man. I be working very hard. Sometimes I want to flex, you know? Matter of fact, hit me with the 50. Hit me with the 50, and then we'll go ahead and I'll do that. I'll do that for y'all. Mark my words, I'll do that for y'all. And I'll post it on YouTube. I was actually gonna say then we'll even go live the entire flight. Because the flights that I'm going on, like I just told you, first class, you know what I'm saying? Y'all think this shit is a joke. I can back up what I say. You know what I'm saying? We preach raw and realness over here. I'm not here to cap or sugarcoat to you. My life is completely different from Auston Holleman. I'm not rich either. I'm just smart with my money. I'm calculated. I'm doing certain things behind the scenes that's winning. You know what I'm saying? So there's a way about this, man. There's a way to life. You know, I ain't trying to flex too hard, but I'm just like, you know, because I'm a very quiet dude. I never really hear me flex like that and, oh, I'm so much better than everybody. Oh, my God. I'm not even one of these type of dudes, but I am saying I'm more calculated and I'm more strategic than a lot of men that I've seen, you know. I'm not one of these dudes just dealing with ladies that's trying to, you know, that's going to get me caught up, you know. So that's one thing I can give myself credit for. But anyways, yeah, all in all, let's go ahead. And Danny H says, why you ain't drop he said, damn, you stunning on Auston. I ain't trying to stun on him like that. I'm just saying, like, you know, I ain't trying to stun on him like that. I'm just saying that, you know, we moving, there's levels to this shit. And I'm saying Auston, he's moving his way and I'm moving my way. I'll just keep it like that, you know. I'll just keep it like that. Let me check something out real quick. Let me see something. Let me check out this real quick. Okay, cool. All right, yeah. I'm looking good on here on the screen. My bad, I had to check. I'll make sure I was looking cool. There's nothing wrong with now for me, I'm gonna be honest. The only reason sometimes too that I even take like these expensive flights sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes, you know, I can't really get this, right? But the only reason sometimes I take these expensive flights is because my legs are extremely long. I'm 6'5". So, you know, it's sometimes it's a problem, you know. And then another thing too, I'm very social when it comes to people that are, you know, in higher up places. You know what I'm saying? I really like to speak. You know what I'm saying? I like to make my connections. You know, so I will pay to be in proximity of people that I can't usually just get into proximity with. You know what I'm saying? I will pay for that, you know, because even on my last flight when I was coming from Panama to South Africa, and even previous to that, I was in a lot of different countries. You guys don't, I be traveling. I be really moving. I just don't show everything on camera like that. But that's why I was hoping somebody would really hit that 50, because I kind of want to flex, because I've been saying this for years. I'd be moving like that, but I really want y'all to kind of see it. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to really just see it real quick. You know, see, I'd be like, damn, there is levels to this shot. I guess Raw, damn, Raw really was real. Damn, I ain't know, you know, but because even if y'all ain't understood already from my channel, because I already give off that rawness, but if y'all already can't understand, I'm working, you know, and I do so many masterclass. I've done 2 masterclasses so far, and they're bangers. And I'm telling you, there's so much game on there. There's so much game, but you know, I got a smaller channel. That's why I'm still trying to wonder, well, damn, dude charging $3,000 for his advice. I'm charging, what is it, $69.99 for a consultation. The master classes, exclusive access to all the content on the Patreon, and you get access to the group chat, which is a brotherhood and a great network of people that you can be around. Y'all dig what I'm saying? So yeah, man, there's a lot of things that's going on behind the scenes. But anyways, damn, that kind of rhyme. There's a lot of things that's behind the scenes. There's a lot of things that's behind the scenes. There's a lot of things that's behind the scenes. She fine like a hot chicken wing. There's a lot of things behind the scenes. There's a lot of scenes behind the scenes. There's a lot of things behind the scenes. I'm counting green, like an ATM machine. Cha-ching. Damn, that's fire. Shit, I'm rapping like I was up on a wire. Shit, put me up on a flyer. Goddamn, can I rap any higher? She hot like a lighter. Shit, I'm rapping like I'm super hot fire. God damn it, I can go crazy. Baby, already know I really not too lazy. Never been lazy. Always been. Listen, let me stop playing, man. Oh shit, I can really rap, man. What I say that was pause? What did I say? He said pause. What did I say that was pause, man? Oh damn, what I say that was pause? That's wild. You can't say nothing these days, man. You can't say nothing. All right, so let's get back to Auston, man. We gotta go through these foolish comments real quick, and then we gonna, you know. I think the way I be moving too, y'all gotta understand, like even my clothes, like even Austin, he said something about him like wearing a fake Rolex. I don't even like to bring that type of attention to myself. Even Austin, when he got robbed in that country, I even gave advice. That's why I'm happy that we're reacting to his videos, because when Austin got robbed in that foreign country, that's why I'm telling y'all, the way I live my life is completely different than other people live their life. And I'm not here to judge people on the way they live their life either. I'm just here to encourage and teach people that, hey, this person lives this life, but maybe I can offer you an alternative. Hey, have you ever thought of like living a life like this, a life that's worth living? That's what I preach a lot on this channel, especially why I started my geomaxing masterclass. You know, so when I look at Austin, and he was in that situation where he got robbed recently, right, inside of the country of, was it Indonesia or Malaysia? One of those countries, right? And I look at that situation, I think to myself, I'm like, wow, the brother literally got robbed, and I haven't been robbed like that. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy thing too, even the place that I was in where 3 guys broke into my apartment, because you guys remember this situation just happened recently. This happened while I was sleeping too. It's actually the full videos on the Patreon as well. But I was in a very safe place. And the weird thing too is like nothing like that it could ever really happen, you know, in these type of places. So that was like a very rare experience. It's very, very rare that something like that can even happen. But then there's this also. If these guys wanted to leave that apartment after robbing me or something like that, there's a few different security fences that they have to check, that they have to go past. We got the securities that have the straps in the country, in Johannesburg. When I was in Johannesburg, I'm in Durban right now. But when I was over there, I was in an area where these security gates, the gate guards, is one dude that has this one, and the other dude, he's another one that gets your car to go past the like thing, and you have to use some biometrics. I didn't drive, so I don't know how it goes. It's either eye or the fingerprint. So even though they did break in, technically, there's still no way. It's going to be a hard escape because everything is recorded. That's how we're able to even track down which guys it was inside the apartment complex. You know, and they didn't steal anything either, too. Who knows? It could have been a grand misunderstanding, but at the same time, it is still very weird that they broke in. I think my booking.com host might have did something. I'm pretty sure she had something to do with that. Because some people was even saying, oh, no, it's the women that you're inviting over or something. No woman has gone to that apartment. That's the thing. When you live like me, there's different places that you live and different places that you do business in, right? So in one place, I might be having, you know, all these ladies over. Who knows? Some dudes might have a place where they have like a whole, all these parties in a penthouse, all this stuff like that. Do you have another place where you actually live? Y'all get what I'm saying here? Like, and that's important for you, a lot of y'all too. I actually mentioned this on my Patreon masterclass, the original Patreon masterclass, where we talk about financial freedom, because that one right there, we broke down some ways that you can get women and how to be smart when you have these women. And, you know, one of the ways is like, you know, getting a different apartment. You know what I'm saying? So like having one apartment that you know, hang out with chicks in, and another apartment that you know, actually live in, because sometimes it can get risky because these chicks aren't all your friends and some of them want to set you up. So me already knowing this stuff, yeah, no woman had actually even been to that apartment too. So I saw some slick mouth mother effers was talking they ish. So y'all ridiculous. But anyways, let's get back to this shit, man. I'm not here just rambling, huh? Y'all gotta stop me. Damn, y'all just be, man, this is so entertaining. Like, I'm like, damn, I be rambling. Ain't no way. Y'all here to talk about Austin. Let's get back to it, man. God damn, I'm not here. I'm telling you, I'm gonna talk about Austin. I'm gonna talk about me. Okay, so but yeah, what I was gonna say about Austin's situation, because we are talking about Austin, right? Him getting robbed in that place that he was in, see, me being in a place like that, that couldn't work for me. There's no way I would be in a place, because I think I seen the ceiling. Was there like chips on the ceiling or something like that? Like the paint was kind of falling. Maybe I'm tripping, but I do know Austin, sometimes he does like some form of budget traveling. I don't travel like that. I like security. The places I stay in have like layers of security, guys. Like I don't play that. Even when I get back to America, my place is secured and I know how to secure myself as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking my life very serious because I'm a true legacy builder in the truest form, the true definition of a legacy builder. That is what I am. I really preach this and I believe this. This is who I am. It's in my blood. You feel me? So this person, so I called him, I said, you're a fool. I've been damn near to all these. So let's embarrass you publicly. Message me at Traveltriberaw. They never message me, guys. They never message me. It's so sad because I really like to schedule a live debate. I haven't had one person message me. It's so unfortunate too. That's how you know these guys are, his supporters are like fake. They're like AI or some type of weird, like half goat, half human kind of thingies. Like they're like weird creature kind of things, you know? So it's very odd, you know? Man, this is definitely like a African. They say, weirdo, what do you mean? Because people meet at the club, restaurant, gyms, malls, and start to date. Dude, you are so weird. Can you imagine this fool just brings out all these different things that I never said? I said, and this is how you know they're ducking the fade. They're ducking the smoke. I said, meeting a woman in a club is not a healthy place to meet a woman. It's an ungodly place. This fool says restaurant, gyms, malls. I never said that it's bad to meet a woman in a restaurant or a gym or a mall. What the hell? I will tell you this, though. If you met your woman inside of a gym and she's wearing those shorts that kind of push into the butt, yeah, she's probably not good for wifing. She's probably an ungodly woman too. Let's say she has a trainer and, you know, the trainer gives you a warning like, hey, man, I ain't going to lie. She one of those chicks that, you know, you know, me and her, yeah, we did our thing. Yeah, you know, some of these chicks, they hire the trainers because you guys know the story, you know. Let's say she works at a certain restaurant, you know. I had a chick tell me recently, a chick that you know, sometimes we cool. I had a chick tell me recently that she works at a restaurant and a bar now. And I said, whoa, what you mean a restaurant and bar? You know, like, what do you mean by that? She's like, well, I don't work the bar part. She's a very honest woman, but I said, oh, that's not too good. You work at a restaurant and bar? Ooh, that's not too healthy. You know what I'm saying? So we'll monitor. You know, am I calling her a demon? Am I saying that this is somebody nah, but we'll monitor. We definitely can't take you too serious because you work at a place where there's ungodly things going down and you're going to be around that a lot. I like to minimize my interactions with demons and devils. So I don't prefer to have somebody that goes to ungodly places and that's around that type of energy a lot. Y'all dig what I'm saying? So this person's completely a clown. How are you going to say, oh, because you meet at the club, restaurant, gym, malls and start to date, dude, you're so weird. No, you're weird. You're weird for just bringing up random things. I didn't say it's bad to meet somebody at a restaurant, gym, you know, or a mall. Actually, these are some of the best places to meet people, right? But a club, Can we all agree that a club is different from a restaurant, gym, and a mall? Like if somebody told me that they were going to a restaurant, gym, and mall all in one day, I would say this is a great woman. Wow, it's pretty nice. She cares about her health. She is going to a mall maybe to get clothes and caring about herself. Maybe she's getting a mani-pedi, whatever. And then she's going to a restaurant to eat some food. Wow, great. And she's not even relying on a man to do it. Good for her. Shout out. I'd be proud of that chick. Oh, good for her. You do it. Get your shit together. Good job. Good job. But if a woman tells me I'm going to the club, I'm not, no. 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 You know what I'm saying? Damn, excuse me. I have this AC on. Show videos of half of Africa being westernized. Every African country you've been to, every African there has a local African accent and a language. Sure, some of their... Now, this person tries to mix up what I said earlier. So you guys can see here earlier I said... Excuse me, sorry, my bad. That was crazy. Earlier I said, due to the lack of financial opportunity and Western influence slowly pushing into Africa, the majority of ladies you find in the club, not all of Africa, in the club. But see, this is what these demons try to do. They're deceivers. They're deceptive. What they try to do is get you onto a whole nother question or try to answer a whole nother thing. He didn't even address this first part that I said it happens in the clubs. This person then comes in and says, every African country you've been to, every African there has a local African accent and language. He says, show some of the videos of half of Africa being westernized. Did I say half of Africa is westernized? Where did I say that? Did I say that? Do you guys see it here? Half of Africa is westernized. Where did I say that? I said, due to the lack of financial opportunities and Western influence slowly pushing into Africa, the majority of ladies you find in the club are indeed pros, workers, or ungodly. In the club. But see, these demons and devils, they'll defend these clubs with their entire heart because they are true devils and demons. They actually need this. Auston Holleman supporters, they need that demonic shit in their life. They're sick, They need to go to the club just like him. They love the club. They can't ever just find peace in just dating women outside of clubs. Do you guys know? Let me tell you guys something real quick, man. Do you know when you guys travel, you don't have to meet all these women in clubs, man. You don't even have to meet them on dating apps. It's so easy. Let me give you a few places you can meet a woman that's healthy. Healthy places to meet women when you guys travel, right? Let me give you guys some game. One great place you can meet a woman inside of a foreign country is a church. Do you guys understand that even if you're not a religious person, in God's house, he says everyone is invited. So even if you're not religious, you can go inside of a church and meet a great woman there. Do you understand that woman is most likely going to be way more serious than a woman at a club? But see, Auston Holleman's demonic supporters will try to convince you that no, the only place you can meet a woman is in the club. You can only meet women inside of the club because that's the only place the women exist. The whole entire planet, and there's all these things to do, but they only exist inside of clubs because these people are sick. They can't think of anything else. So that's the first place you can meet a great woman, inside of a church. Beautiful place to meet a woman, right? Second place you can meet a woman is just outside walking about. I can't tell you guys, I've met the best woman actually just walking outside, just taking a walk. Damn, excuse me, I have to talk to you. They start smiling, oh my God. They don't even do all that BS. Like in America, the chicks, they have to be rude. What you want? Oh my God, what you need? What? You know what I'm saying? And it's cool, the Foundation of Black American Sisters, they do that. It works, I guess, but would I like a woman to respond like that? No. I'd prefer to turn around and start smiling. I say, damn, you got a nice smile. I'm actually really have to get to know you a little bit. What's your name? Oh, my name is this. Oh, that's amazing. Can you say that again? And I'm like, and then I say, what's your tribe? I like to get into some details and stuff. What's your tribe? I've never heard that name before. Which tribe are you from? Oh, I'm Zulu. Oh, okay. Well, nice to meet you, Zulu woman. You know what I'm saying? And then they ask, oh, where are you from? Because you have an accent too. Oh, I'm from, I kind of play around. I might say, oh, I'm from China. They're like, China? And I'm like, yeah, I'm from China. I'm Chinese. You can't see my little squinty eyes. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Chinese. No offense, but you guys do have a little squinty eyes sometimes. So China, I'm like, I'm from China. You can't tell? They're like, no. I'm like, you know what? Well, maybe we can talk about where I'm really from. Going out to get some Chinese food. Have you ever had Chinese food? No, I haven't. Oh my gosh, like that would be so cool. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Now, this is only reserved for the women that I'm very serious about. And they have to, I don't just take women straight back to these restaurants and stuff like that. But, you know, because most of the time, it would just be something like you kind of meet up with the chick and you're just saying something to basically get her number. Like, you know, and I know it's kind of like, well, damn, that's kind of lying. You're not exactly lying. You say, we need to talk over some Chinese food or something. But they respect their real man. They understand how this goes. No real man's going to just take you to a restaurant. I hate to be that guy, guys. This is just the truth. If you're a real man, you're not just going to take a woman straight to a restaurant or take straight to an expensive place. Even if the place is just a nice place, you don't take a woman just straight to a nice place, man. You get to know her first. What I do with women, I invite them. I say, come through. They say, oh my God, where are you taking me? Like to your hotel? No. Come to my hotel, but we also have game rooms. We have upstairs balconies, like this hotel that I'm staying at. They have a rooftop terrace. It has a beautiful, like you can see the entire country, like no cap, like literally the entire country is very beautiful. Then they have a pool, but it's been so cold out here in Durban. It's warm during the day, but it's super windy too. You know, so the pool wouldn't really work out. But you can definitely walk around inside the terrace. They have a restaurant inside the place. They have a meeting rooms and all types of stuff. You can use any of the rooms. They're all open to everybody. The place I go, there's places that you can bring women. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you bring a woman back. You kind of get to know her. You guys just sit down, just talk. That's all I want from women when I first meet her. I want to isolate and sit down and talk to her. I can find out if this is going to be a good chick that I can potentially take out immediately, like after we have these conversations. You know what I'm saying? Oh, she's a pretty good woman. Let me see her like a few more times and stuff like that. Then we can see if like she's worthy of taking out to a restaurant and me spending my hard-earned slave dollars because I slave for this money. I don't just work one job. I don't just work two. I work multiple different jobs to get this money that I need so I can be able to live this lifestyle that I have. So yeah, before I give up any kind of money, even if it's a penny, I need to make sure that you're actually a woman that's serious, a woman that's worthy of this money, right? Big P, yes, I remembered this time not to say your full name. Big P comes in and says, Austin's scared to debate you. He ain't a man. Well, hey, you know, you don't really know what's going on. I definitely know he's scared to call in for whatever reason because he's dissed me at least 2 times. He's dodged me at least 2 times. I don't know what's up with that. It's very odd behavior from him. But yeah. But anyways, yeah. So okay, first place that's great to meet a woman at is a and that's after Auston Holleman hit me up, by the way. I just want to say he hit me up twice just to not hit me up back when I said, okay, no problem. I'm down to have that conversation with you. When are you available? And then even last time he asked me multiple times, he said, when are you available? I said, I'm available here this day. How's that sound? It sounds good. Okay, let's get it popping then. The day comes, ghost again. So it's 2 times already he's ducked me and dodged me. So it's very odd behavior. And I feel like as a man, that's not how men, I know. As a man, that's not how men operate. You don't waste another man's time. It's very unprofessional. And I don't get how you're getting $3,000, Austin, per consultation. If this how you be doing business, this how you be talking with different men. I just 3,000, it just don't sound, you know, but anyways, we gonna let him have that, right? 3,000. Y'all believe he making 3,000 per consultation? Boy, oh boy, you like for $3,000, I ain't even gonna lie, man. You need to give me some advice on how like I can like I need a AI chatbot robot. Like, you know what I'm saying? I need like a shorty that's like in robot form. I need her to damn near, hello, sir. Hello, my king. How are you today? Like, man, you're gonna have to get her you're gonna have to enter for 3,000. Come on, man. Like, what we talking about, man? For 3,000. That's crazy. I don't know what type of shit I'd be hearing. Like, I'm like, man. What? So, okay. So, yeah, the first place that's great to meet a woman is inside of a church. When you guys travel to a foreign country, inside of a church. Second place, just outside walking about. And third place, I would say is word of mouth. If you're around women, you know what I'm saying? Just word of mouth. Just get women's guys, don't try to date these chicks in foreign countries. Firstly, just try to form connection when you guys get to foreign countries. Don't try to date. Just get some numbers. Just say, hey, I'm new out here. What's your name? Oh, my name's this. Okay, cool. Can I get your number real quick? It would be nice if I could just know somebody in the city. Oh, yeah, of course. most people in foreign countries, they're not like these Western women. So many of you men are scared to talk to foreign women because you guys are thinking like foreign women are going to dish you and dodge you and disrespect you like Western women or like Auston Holleman. But, you know, they're going to ditch you and dodge you or something like that, or be disrespectful and rude to you. You know, in America or Western countries, when you talk to these foreign women, when you talk to Western women, say, excuse me, I'm kind of new to the city. Can I get your shut up? Don't talk to me. I'm married. I'm married. And they'd like to yell it too. Like, whoa, I just asked for your number. No, sorry, I'm married. You know what I'm saying? Loud. Or sorry, I have a boyfriend. Like, whoa, okay. Shh. Like, damn, okay. I get it. But shit, damn. I get it. You could have whispered that. I'm not one of these weirdos. Just, oh no, sorry, I have a boyfriend. Oh, okay, cool. No problem. Take care. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm married. Oh, lucky guy. Great. Okay, boom. Cool. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to do all that little extra shit. Like that's some extra shit. And then to not even mention that, but it's like the disrespect. You just go up to them, hey, excuse me, don't you see I'm busy right now? What? Like that's how you talk to somebody? Like I just said, excuse me, and you just don't say I'm busy? Ugh. I remember I was in a new city. I was in a new city inside of in America, right? And I had asked these ladies, I said, excuse me, do you know where I can find the other Target? People are telling me that this Target, because they didn't have something I guess I was looking for. And I asked them, I said, they said there was another Target like down the street. I said, is this like a good area though? Because I like to ask questions, you know. Excuse the noise in the background. I'm in a very wealthy area of Durban. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So these cars, even on the last video, you guys heard that, what was it? That Lamborghini roar. You know what I'm saying? You know, now we hearing the cars right now. Excuse me for that, guys. Excuse me. It's what happens in these little high-rise places. But regardless, I had a situation, right, where Westnia 269. Remember, you guys control, that's okay, but you're gonna need to call in. So we're not gonna have that cowardly shit here. Go ahead and call in. I just dropped the link. There you go. Just click that link right there, and you'll be able to call in. Oh shoot, excuse me, my bad. That was the wrong link. That's the wrong link. Call in, boom. Click this one. Here goes the real link. That's the real link. Oh no, they both the same. Oh yeah, they both good. Okay, cool. Yeah. So call in, no cowardly texting in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Once you call in, then we can put you back in the chat and you can keep trolling. We have that policy for you guys, but you guys have to call in first. Okay. They said this is a guy that's regular in Austin's chat. I can tell. Yeah, the usually effeminate guys that come inside of this chat right here, hating on my stuff or being a little odd or weird, they're usually coming from Austin's platform, kind of noticing that like pattern that's going on, right? You know, so anyways, what was I? Damn, I was just saying some good shit, I feel like. Can somebody get me, what was I? Oh shit, I'm cooked. What was I saying? Somebody help me out, help me out. Oh shit. Damn. I'm cooked. What was I saying? Somebody help me out real quick. Wesna, listen, you're still talking ish in the chat, man. All you have to do is just call in and voice your opinion. You don't have to be scared. You don't even have to talk about you don't even have to turn on your camera. You know what I'm saying? It's the most easiest thing, but we're trying to prove a point here how cowardly Auston Holleman's subscribers are, and they're very effeminate and very emotional too. Like as males, like they're very effeminate and emotional. You know, oh yeah. I'm hearing these cars and these Lambos. Appreciate that, Danny. Yeah. Talking about the Lambos. Yeah. Yeah, that's what's going on. But why did I even get onto that? I forgot. There was a reason to why I was saying that. I think we were talking about word of mouth, right? When it comes to like finding women in foreign countries, word of mouth, right? I think we was talking about that and why word of mouth is very important. Oh yeah, okay. I was saying, I asked these ladies inside of America, I said, excuse me, I said, do you know where the other Target is? Because this one doesn't have the stuff that I need. And they told me there was one down this area or something. Is that one like a good area? Because, you know, me personally, even when I go back to America, I don't like to be in the hoods like that. You know what I'm saying? I was raised in Inglewood, Cali. That's not my life no more, man. I don't want to be inside of places where people are emotionally unstable. Y'all dig what I'm saying? So what's it called? The ladies, they immediately just ignored me and walked away, just looked at me and just kind of, and just kept walking away. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what the? And you just think to yourself, like, damn, like you definitely heard what I said. Like, why would y'all even do that? That's like that. Am I not a human being? Like, damn, man. If you don't want to, no, sorry, just walk away. No, sorry, walk away. But in America, man, they're just raised like what's the word? They're predisposed basically to being like rude and just degenerate. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't even have human decency. You know what I'm saying? So you're not gonna deal with that in foreign countries. I mean, you'll get a rare occasion, rare though, rare, very rare. But in foreign countries, man, if you say, "Hey, excuse me, I'm new out here. Can I maybe just get your number real quick? You know, maybe we can, you can show me around or something." Oh, of course. Guys, that's actually one of my go-to lines. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's one of my go-to lines. And but see, see, I've had situations, right, where I was talking to this one woman and she told me she was married. And then she said, but I do have a friend. Can I take down your number? And I said, oh yeah, maybe your friend could show me around. But anyways, I ended up talking to the married chick, and yeah, I wasn't too proud. This is when I first started traveling. Yeah, I'm not too proud of that. I don't do stuff like that no more. But yeah, the married, yeah, she was looking good though. I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to talk about this. You shouldn't be proud of this. This is that demonic shit I was talking about. You guys got to really get that demon out of you. You know what I'm saying? You got to really get that demon out of you for real. That's not healthy. It's not healthy. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be messing with these demonic chicks like that, man. Just imagine, you know. I remember one time, like, I don't want to say the shorty, but it was a shorty that was in my life for a minute. And she left her ex, right? She left the guy because we was talking, then she started talking. No, we was talking first, then she started talking to this guy. Then I told her, okay, come on, let's go ahead and talk again. She came to me and the dude started crying on the phone. Does he know everything that we've been through? Like, and I was like, damn, that shit kind of hurt your heart when you hear a man cry. Like, I don't know what it is. It hurts your heart when you hear your woman cry too. But when you hear a man cry, like that shit kind of like, damn, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like she really, damn, you really care about her that much? Damn, bro, you can have her back if you need her. You know what I'm saying? But she did not want to go back to him. But we see why, because he a crybaby. You know what I'm saying? That's anyways. I'm just saying foreign women, they nicer, man. They're not gonna do y'all like that. So let's get back to these like weirdo Austin's weirdo supporters. I might need to turn this AC off in a minute, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. This thing might be messing me up a little bit. Yeah, this thing might be messing me up a little bit. Excuse me. Every F okay, yeah, so he basically just lied right here. And you guys heard my thing. I already explained that. Sure, some of their fashion wear is westernized, just like their infrastructure. But like I said, Africa tribalism still exists and it will never go away. China, India, Philippines, Japanese, Samoans still got their tribes. Also, by the way, tribes will never go away, man. I noticed your name. You got the word tribe. Geez, I wonder. It's like, dude, you're not even on like point with what we're even talking about. Like, I mean, you do realize, and that's what these demons try to do. They try to go off topic to like cause confusion and not address your original point. Because I basically won the original point, but he doesn't want to admit and acknowledge that. So he just starts talking about some random mumbo jumbo. Like, why do you start talking about tribalism and stuff? Like, dude, you came in and first said just because she speaks and understands English perfect doesn't mean she is westernized. Other Africans and other. I said, is that all you got from the video? Did you miss the most important part that she's going to ungodly places like a club? You know what I'm saying? So it's just, and then somehow he got up to over here saying like it's just these guys, man. I'm telling you, they're not masculine. It's the same stuff that Austin be doing randomly. Like he hits you up and then he doesn't want to like speak or something. It's like very weird. Even his supporters, you guys see that one dude. Where is he? Wesna? That dude, he didn't want to call in. I'm like, that's so odd because you don't even have to show your face. I mean, how cowardly can you be? Like, all you have to do is show your voice. Like, all we have to do is hear you. That's it. Like, can't even see your voice. Like, I mean, you could still be an AI. Like, we can't confirm that, but at least we're getting some content off of you. Like, at least. It's very odd behavior from his supporters, man. Sane African says, I'm starting to think you're obsessed. I said, interesting, please message me on Instagram at Traveltriberaw for a live discussion. He says, I'm good. I said, typical cowardice. He says the man making videos about other men. Again, we're not just making videos about Austin because we're obsessed with him, but we are obsessed to learn how to avoid these situations that Austin most likely is going to find himself in. You, Austin, met a woman that was not ready to leave the club. That's the biggest problem here that we're trying to get young men to understand. We don't mind Auston dating this chick. I have never said that I care too much about Auston. I don't even Auston could have his ulterior motives with this woman. He could be using her for all I care. I don't care about the relationship like that. We're using this as a teachable moment. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying, if you take a woman out of the club, she's not going to be a good woman. You're supposed to meet that woman that's already out of the club. If you are going to meet, if I am to ever meet a woman that previously was in the club, she needs to be out of the club when I met her. I don't want to forcibly take her out the club. And then now, like, she's like talking about later on, years later. They always do this too, guys. With women, they always do this. Oh my God, I stopped going to the club for him. I did so much for him. Well, what did you do? You haven't paid any bills for like 20 years. Well, I stopped going to the club for him and everything. I changed my whole entire life. You see why they're crying like that, guys? Because they wasn't ready to leave the club. They're not ready to leave their ungodly behaviors behind because the devil has such a grasp on their soul. They need that demon. You know what I'm saying? They can't live without it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what's going on. So yeah, man, we're not talking about, and then you see he got a decent amount of likes on that too. I'm like, damn, like what type of shit? So people are agreeing with this foolish behavior. I'm just like, man, it's so sad. Kirk comes in and says, I'm going to assume Traveltriberaw wouldn't be afraid to be on live with Auston. 2 Manosphere videos, always talking about other men, especially if it's about talking about girls outside. I don't know what he meant by that. Who would want to be interviewed by a weirdo? This is the person comes in again hating. And the weird thing is, it wouldn't even be an interview really if me and Auston were talking. Firstly, I would address and ask him, what's going on with this whole thing where you keep ducking and dodging me, and then people are saying that you're putting up these weird messages on your story. And even I've seen some of the messages, but he didn't say my name in it. So I'm like, I'm not really tripping too much, but it is very odd behavior. David comes in. This is a good supporter right here. He's a decent supporter. He's new. I've seen him a couple of times on the chat, but he says, Mint Nightclub and Lounge, just because they do karaoke on Wednesdays doesn't mean it ain't a nightclub. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Just because they do karaoke on Wednesday doesn't mean it ain't a nightclub. Exactly. You know? And judging from what a lot of people have told me about Auston's content, he doesn't really go to karaoke clubs like that. He goes to nightclubs. They say he's known for being a nightclub guy. So David Smith says, looking forward to this. I wasn't, you know. So yeah, shout out to him for his support and stuff. But yeah, guys, man, listen. Auston can do what he wants to do, bro. Auston can do what he wants to do. You know, I'm just hoping he makes smart decisions, man. That's all I can really hope for the brother, because it's not looking good so far, man. You can't take They say you can't take the HO out of a woman. Y'all dig what I'm saying? Like, you can't take it out of her. If that's who she is. That's who she is. And I'm not disrespecting his wife. If his wife is in the club, this doesn't automatically make her HO. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make her exactly a streetwalker, but it definitely is not a good sign. Y'all dig what I'm saying? That's what it comes down to, man. I think that was the end of the show right there, guys. I really appreciate you guys for supporting. Like, comment, and subscribe most definitely. Hit that Patreon link in the description too, man. We got a lot of great content. Look at this right here on your screen, right? This is a Patreon membership. Well, let me show you guys on the actual screen. Hold on. This so you guys can hear me. Hold on. Give me 1 second. So boom, you guys should still be able to hear me, right? I think you guys can still hear me, correct? Okay, cool. Y'all can still hear me. Great. So this is the Patreon right here, man. We have a Geomaxing Masterclass. Let me go ahead and put it on the screen for you guys. Boom. We have a Geomaxing Masterclass, right? Uh-oh, let me take that down. Okay, hold on. My bad, y'all. Here we go. Oh, shoot. What the heck just happened? What? Why is it doing 2 of them? Anyways, you know we can do this even better than this? You know we can do this even better than this? Let me go ahead and put this on the screen. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and talk about this and the origination. This is the Geomaxing Masterclass, y'all. It is finally here. It's on Patreon, man. Patreon.com/Traveltriberaw. Let's just watch the video real quick through. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, you guys can determine if you guys want to get the masterclass or not. This video was very well done. I will say that. I've already had somebody give it a ranking and said, oh, man, it's pretty good. So If you guys do get the masterclass, please leave your reviews on it as well. Be honest too. We like raw and realness as well. Let me know if there's anything that you guys, want to speak with as we go through this video right now, and we can break it down for you guys, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. We've gone from the American dream to hell. Let's go ahead and talk about this and the origination of how this came to be. We've had marriage, which had the nuclear family. Everybody talks about the American dream. Weren't those good days? We had, you have your offspring, you have a dog. Hey, Fido, you know what I'm saying? And you got all this good stuff going for you. And we fast forward years later where, for whatever mentally deranged reason, our government has told these women, hey, if you're bored, if your man is away at war, your woman can literally take you for alimony and child support. Even if you're away at war fighting for the country that's giving her the rights to do this, there's no empathy, sympathy for men. It's just complete, go ahead. And as long as a woman lives her best life, the man, he can go ahead and just be the cattle for slaughter. So it's very unfortunate. Next, we went to the pickup game and we see a group of men. They go to the clubs, they're hanging out, buying ladies alcohol, and hopefully, getting a little one night thing, to bring back home. And maybe you don't want her to bury your offspring, but yeah, it's a good time, most definitely. That ended poorly. It was overpriced cold approaching. And as we can see now, ladies, they only want the top 20% of men. And they say top 20%, but let's be honest, I've been all around the world. I'm going to tell you guys the truth. These ladies want the top 5% of men, and that's me being generous. Really, they want the top 1%, but they'll settle for the top 5%. And they might even settle with. I see a lot of y'all still out here watching it, huh? Y'all liking this video, I see, man. Shout out to y'all for staying through it, man. I know it's a pretty well done video, and the masterclass is even better, man. Check that out, link in the description. I'm telling you, it will save your life, man. We talking about legally using your geographical relocation to live a life worth living, y'all. It's definitely worth it, man. It's definitely worth it. I put a lot of time into these masterclasses, y'all. I'm not out here to sugarcoat. I'm not out here to play you guys. I'm not out here to take your money and play you and waste your time like so many people are doing with you guys' money and time and energy. These masterclasses are tailored, to what I know that men want for when it comes to a life worth living. We talk about women, we talk about finance, we talk about leisure. It's very important, guys. So keep checking out this video, man. We're going to continue. With, one of the 95% left over, but they're going to give you hell and they're going to give you a horrible life. You're going to regret your life every single day, brother. And I do mean this. I've been all around the world. I've seen what these ladies can do. It's very unfortunate. Then we went into a weird state of affairs. This was recent. It was called looks maxing. A lot of you guys have heard of this. A guy named Clavicular. He goes ahead and tells you men that, hey, you need to break the bones in your face and get a chiseled jaw. See, what you should be going for is a Greek god approach. You know what I'm saying? Even though none of us are Greek gods and will never be. But for whatever reason, this made sense to, a lot of people, especially as of recent times within this past year. And a lot of guys have been saying, oh, okay, epigenetic alteration seems okay for me. And it's unfortunate because God didn't make you this way. Maybe if you had a Greek god, then maybe he could have created you just like him. But, we don't have that, unfortunately. So we had our God, which gave us the characteristics that we need to have a appealing face, to have appealing looks. And especially the great thing about us men, we can just train hard and, look better. Where our looks, our marketplace value doesn't exactly rely on our looks. It relies on, what we accomplish. So we're doing pretty good in that end, but it's very unfortunate because we see today a whole bunch of these young men. I see them all over the place, especially in Western countries. They go around talking about, I'm taking TRT, I'm taking these steroids, I'm taking this and that, so I can go ahead and have a bigger frame. I'm also taking, this over here, and I'm taking this to boost my, libido and all this stuff like that. And I get it. I can understand it to an extent, but some of these guys are overdoing it. This is why we had a recent situation with that one guy, Clavicular. He overdosed. And I believe he said it wasn't even on drugs. It was on some type of other cocktail of medications he was taking for his, testosterone. And I'm like, this is so sad that so many men think that this is the way to go. The dating scene must be restructured. This is just a simple truth. Furthermore, a way of living. 75% of Americans right now can't afford a house. I mean, we have 1/3 on government assistance. And our media is constantly corrupting the youth with people like Clavicular and, all these other foolish social media content creators that don't give an actual solution to a extreme problem. This geomaxing masterclass changes all of this. Let me explain why. Now, we break it down into 3 chapters. The first one is women, second one is finance, and the third one is leisure. Now, how exactly does this work with this whole geomaxing? Listen, we're legally using our geographical relocation to live a life worth living. And I know that's a tongue twister. Try to say it 3 times fast. God damn, I can't. I'm not going to lie. But listen, it's very simple. The first thing that we talk about when we talk about geomaxing is dealing with trauma and seeking peace, overseas specifically. The reason that we do this is because a lot of men, before you travel, it's important, whether you're dealing with women, whether you're traveling for finance, the most important thing that you can do so that you don't bring any unresolved trauma into your new life, because I can guarantee you that you men, you don't even know what's out there for you. I'm telling you guys, when you guys go overseas, and as you guys can see, I'm in this beautiful country right now, I'm telling you guys, this life is a life worth living, but you have to deal with that previous trauma. So we talk about that. We talk about how important it is to get out the pain of having women flaking and ghosting you. Now that you're upgrading your lifestyle and changing your environment, geomaxing, what's going on is these ladies, something could have really happened to her, which is the reason that she flaked on a date in a foreign country. But so many of you men, immediately after that woman cancels on the date last minute, a lot of you men will blow up your perfect chance with your great woman just off of the fact that you think she's trying to play you because that unhealed trauma. So we got to talk about it, y'all. We got to talk about it. We got to talk about the divorce. We have to talk about the alimony. We have to talk about why you are a human and why you never deserve this treatment in the first place. But it's important to get this mental help, to talk about this trauma first before moving on to your future life. You can't come into a new world with extra baggage from the past. It's never going to produce a new world for you. All right, y'all. So that's the first thing that we talk about. And we do this for every single chapter, by the way. So the women, the finance, the leisure, all of these segments, or the majority, will be in each chapter as we go. Secondly, we have the lifestyle maximization. Now, this is basically maximizing your lifestyle beyond a ordinary life. See, a lot of you guys, I can only imagine you traveling to foreign countries, and you're probably thinking, even maybe you haven't even traveled yet, you're probably thinking to yourself, well, damn, I don't want to travel. My bad, y'all. Oh, come on. Country. I mean, how much different can it be from my country? Now, that's where they always get you. You would think that, oh man, it's just affordable in these foreign countries. Man, I'm telling you guys, it's not just affordable. That's not just it. If you're going to maximize your new lifestyle, you need to understand that there's a world of things that you're entitled to when you come into these countries with all of this extra Western cash, right? It's a beautiful thing to see. You guys know me. I've traveled all around the world as an American. I never thought this would be my life. I actually had planned to be a bit like a lot of regular American men, just go ahead and, go through the church, maybe have my family, etc. But then I realized and woke up, and I thank the heavens that I did. I realized quickly that, you know what, this life that I see men living is not a great example of the life that I want to eventually live. So this is why I first decided to geomax. I geomax for other reasons too. This is where we get onto the leisure aspects, leisure and peace. I started traveling because I wanted to get peace from, outside of my country. I've realized that you can get peace inside of America, but with the rise of all of these movies and shows and over perverted, television show, Love Island, all this little crazy stuff, I said, you know what I need to do? I need to take a step back and go ahead and get somewhere where they're functioning at a different mental state. So much issues that we have inside of America is based off of our media and the games that people play. So many people, they're waiting for GTA 6. Heck, I'm waiting for GTA 6. But at the end of the day, some people are overly consumed inside of these video games, and it almost seeps out in their real life to where somebody can go ahead and just blam somebody. The news talks about it like, oh, this person just got that over here, and this person just got boomed too, and this person just got blammed as well. And that doesn't bring any type of peace to any of us men's life. I'm telling you guys, I can't tell you how many countries I've been to all around the world, specifically the continent of Asia. you guys will see so many people inside of these countries. They don't even know of the most recent blamming because it's so rare that it happens. But another thing that's going on as well is that their country, their news doesn't exactly promote stuff like this. You know, not to say that these other countries are perfect and not to say that you shouldn't be patriotic about your own country, but it's important to not give your all to a country that's not giving their all, at least, or at least even their best towards you. Lastly, we end off with legacy attainment. Now, the reason this is important is because we break down the budget, we break down dating, we break down, a basic cost of living. And, of course, I'm kind of going through this whole list fast, but it's important to take into account that after this masterclass is finished, you will have a tailored consultation that is optional that you could do with me as well. So we can get you a tailored, and this is included in the price, by the way, but it's a tailored discussion based on what you want from your life, because I can give you guys the basics, but nothing to tailor exactly to how your life is. Okay. So that's what we have for you guys. We have the women, finance, and leisure, and we have it broken down into the chapters of dealing with trauma and seeking peace, the lifestyle maximization, and legacy attainment. So for all you guys listening, I definitely appreciate you guys being here and your time, of course. Check out the patreon.com inside of the link in the description, patreon.com/Traveltriberaw. You guys can get a lot of great content. Besides just this, we also have a group chat for brothers that's very important, especially when you're living your newfound life that is more fitting for you. We also, it's important to have a group chat and a brotherhood, people that have your best interests, people that can look out for you when you travel, especially if you're a solo traveler, if you're somebody that doesn't really have that many networks of people that it's very important to connect. Furthermore, it's important to also get other content that I'm posting on Patreon as well. I mean, we have a lot of great content over there. Anyways, guys, check it out on patreon.com/Traveltriberaw. And for all the members and all the people who are already signed up for Patreon, go ahead and stay tuned. Let's go ahead and continue to the chapters. Thank you. All righty, y'all. How did y'all like that, man? Y'all like that? Let me go ahead and show you guys real quick the Patreon right here. Let me show you guys a Patreon real quick. Let me make sure the audio is showing. Righty. So as you guys can see, man, patreon.com/Traveltriberaw, man, we got great content for y'all, man. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Look at this. So here goes the Geomax and Masterclass, y'all. It was just posted yesterday. Man, I'm telling you guys, I've had a few people watch it already. They've gave me some good reviews on it. And they definitely had mentioned too, they liked this original one, the Financial Freedom Masterclass. Guys, this one right here was something special because it teaches you how to, excuse me, I had to burp, but it teaches you how to be financially free inside of this world and how to travel and live the type of lifestyle that so many of you men want to live. Let me explain what's going on with this Financial Freedom Masterclass, right? The way this works, right, I broke it down into 6 different chapters, right? That's why you guys can see right here on the fine print, it says 6 posts. The way this works is I have a few different chapters for this where you can learn how to make fast legal money and leave the country quick, or you can learn how to take the money. Let's say you already have enough for your retirement and you're trying to figure out how you can have your retirement plan overseas. This one would be the best for you right here if you're trying to figure out how you can make some money while overseas. You guys can know a few tactics and tricks that I use to get women, tricks that I use that actually works to get to make the type of money I do, and how I'm smart with my money too. When it comes to accommodation, when it comes to flights, how I'm able to do all this, So that's just something to take into account, man. I'm not out here charging you guys as much as some people, but you guys see right here, it starts at $8.99 for the month. This is so you guys can get access to all of this great content right here. As you guys can see all this great content right here, right? Let me show you guys like this one right here. These are the live streams. You guys get the live stream archives and all that stuff, all that good stuff. You guys get some exclusive videos as well. And I want you guys to understand something too, right? I know right here is showing a lot of the archives, but it's not showing you guys all the content that's available. So what you guys have to do is once you guys get inside the Patreon, I want you guys to go right here on your screen. Do you guys see where there's a search bar? Hold on, let me show you guys something real quick. Hold on. Let me take this down off the screen if I can. I've been trying to take this off for a minute. Remove from stage. Okay, there we go. Oh, shoot. What did I just do? Oh my gosh, how do I remove this one? I think it's stuck there. There might be something wrong with the platform because I've been trying to get this one. You guys see this membership thing that's on the right side. I've been trying to get this down for a second. But when you guys go on the patreon.com/traveltriberaw, you guys can go to the search bar and you guys can type up damn near any country that you guys want to see. And so many countries will pop up. Not to also mention that you guys can type up different topics, psychology, masculinity, king's lifestyle, cost of living. You guys just search these things up and then you can find them. It also has all the bedroom podcasts and it's going to host a lot of the new series that I have brewing for you guys too. So check that out, man. Also, there's a group chat as well. That's why you guys can see right here. It shows the chats. Let me show you guys the chats real quick. Okay, so it's not going to let me in there unless I was signed in. But you guys can get, see it says it's active this week too. So yeah, we have the chats popping off. Also, we have the group chat on WhatsApp. That one's a bit more active than the one on Patreon. So all you guys will need is a WhatsApp account to get access to the group chat. But yeah, man, that $8.99, guys, that $8.99, man, can save your life. I mean, that's literally less than the price of a McDonald's quarter pounder with cheese, man. No cap. So yes, the $8.99 right here. You know, I just want to be transparent with you guys, man. So many people don't want to show you guys this type of stuff. I want to be transparent. That right there gets you all access to the exclusive raw video access, no webinars or masterclass access, of course, but you do get exclusive raw video access to every video that's on the Patreon, except, of course, those masterclasses. That's going to be for this one. And you also get that global group chat access via WhatsApp and Patreon, like I just mentioned. This one right here, the Raw 2 plan, this gives you the one-on-one monthly consultations for 30 minutes. That's half an hour. I do have 6 slots left on this one, and you guys are able to pay on Cash App as well, okay? So many people, they'll ask me like, oh, is there any way that I can maybe get a discount or something like that? I don't mind giving discounts, man, because I know we're really helping people out. If you guys were to pay on Cash App, $Traveltriberaw, we can get this price down to $59.99 instead of that $69.99, okay? So that's what we can do for you guys. Exclusive raw video access with webinars and masterclass access. You get the global group chat as well. And of course, you get access to all the videos. That's like one of the greatest parts, right? All the videos. That's a lot of videos, guys. We're talking like, how many videos did it say that I have on the channel? Let's see real quick. Oh, 76 posts. That's a lot of content, guys. I'm telling you guys, some good stuff here, man. Check it out. Link in the description. I really appreciate you guys all for being here. And until next time, man, stay raw, stay real. You already know the deal. We gone. Holla.